The following is a presentation of the OLSH Sports Network. Welcome to Frank Lettieri Stadium in Coraopolis, Pennsylvania. It's OLSH Sports Network's presentation of Charger football. And the Chargers and the Raiders are going to duke it out here on the final game of this regular season to find out which team will advance to the playoffs. Good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. I'm OLSH alongside Marty Armstrong. Glad you could join us here for the final game of the regular season. It'll be our final football broadcast of the season, regardless of they make it to the playoffs or not. But we're here, Marty. It should be every year. It comes down to the Raiders and the Chargers to see who goes to the playoffs.
There's no question now. It's actually the final play of the game usually, whoever holding the ball. With that said, this is built as the casket match. In other words, whoever wins this game goes on, the other guy goes home, and let's see who's the pretender and who's the contender tonight over here at the Frank Lettieri Stadium, as we call it, the Frank.
The Frank.
And eerily, last year, same scenario. Cornell was 7-2. They were,
4 and 5.
4 and 5. OLSH was, and they're 4 and 5 and 3 and 3 going to the section, and here we are reversed. And here we are, whoever wins goes into the playoffs, and the other guy goes home. So what a great game tonight's going to be.
And before we go any further, no matter what happens tonight, I just want to congratulate and just give my admiration to the coaching staff, the players, and the whole OLSH organization. If you've not followed us through the year, what a devastating season it's been injury-wise, and just the way the season has played out. And yet, here we are, the last game of the season with at some point 8 players out of the lineup, 8 starters out of the lineup for the Chargers, and the Chargers are here, the last game of the season, with a chance to make the playoffs. A testimony, I should say, to the players, coaches, and the staff.
Yeah, no question, Al. There's a lot of every game I've been to this year, Phil, down like 6 times with you now. Every game, these kids have nothing but heart on between the lines, and they step off the lines. They said, I can't wait till next week to get into this. Most kids would have gave up already. They'd have said, hey, you know what, it's a wash. Here we are, last week of the season, week number 10. Who's going to win? Who's going to go home?
Well, it's look for a lot of I look for a fast-moving game because both these teams like to run. The Chargers will put it up in the air. So will the Raiders, but they are a run-heavy team. Tell me we haven't seen that down the stretch here. But in all due respect, the Chargers have had a pretty good defensive team against the run. I was actually to catch up with Coach Militzer, and here's what he had to say about the season tonight and the rest of the season. Welcome to Charger pregame. It's the final game of the regular season, and the Chargers are still battling for that playoff spot, Coach. First off, before you get going, I have to praise the coaching staff, the players, and the whole organization for what the Chargers have been through this year, injury-wise. And it's the last game of the regular season, and you still have a chance to make the playoffs.
I mean, you look at where we came from, Al. I mean, after Fort Cherry, we played without 8 starters, and then the 3 starters that were in the game got hurt,
Right.
I think there was serious talk around the program at that point, like, is it safe to even keep playing? But the kids said absolutely not. I mean, they're the ones that helped us drive this, and they kept fighting throughout the process, and we're in a position where you win and you get in. I mean, there's nothing else. There's no points. At some point last week, we were trying to figure out at the end of the game, is there a point thing? Do we have to win by this many, that many? No, this is simple. Win and you're in.
Yep.
And for the kids to have put themselves in this position, it's pretty special. I think regardless of what happens tonight, everybody in this school community should be very proud of these kids. I'm proud of the coaching staff. I mean, they've really fought hard and not given up on these kids. I mean, I talked to another head coach at another high school today that I'm friends with, and he had 2 guys quit last week. And, you know, and again, I'm not bad-mouthing anybody, but just saying these coaches and these players have really stayed committed to each other. So it'd be a great reward to come out with a victory tonight and play another week.
Yeah, it's the old adage is no matter what the score is on the scoreboard at the end of the game, the way these kids have played all year and the way you guys have coached all year, we're victorious no matter what happens. But so congratulations on that.
Yeah, and I think so, but right now you're not feeling that, you know, and that's something you'll think about in a few months down the line or even years down the line. These kids want to win this game. I mean, this is a rivalry game. It's usually close, you know, and we're in a great position. The script has kind of flipped from last year.
Right.
They were very similar to how we finished last year. I mean, I think they might even have been 4-5 going into this game, and we were 7-2. Now they're 7-2, we're 4-5, and there's a good football team that's not going to make the playoffs. And you know, I'd love for it to be Cornell and not OLSH, but again, we have a tough test. But we said it last week. You know, last week was kind of a house money game for us, regardless of if we won or lost that game. It was going to come down to winning this one. So we're excited. We're enthusiastic about it. We have a lot of new wrinkles this week we worked on. We really put everything into this game plan. The kids put everything into the game plan. So we're ready to go tonight.
Ed Dawson at Cornell always has his team ready. They've got some high flyers. How do you anticipate, or how do you plan on containing, I don't want to say contain, controlling them and keeping it to where you can have a chance?
Well, I mean, they've had an amazing year, and they lost some talent last year, but Coach Dawson's a wonderful coach. Kids play hard for him. He has a great program, ton of respect for him. You know, they're a team that can really run the football, and when you watch them on film, I mean, where they beat teams, and we talked about this all week, is they run the football, and they make big plays in special teams, and they don't make a ton of mistakes. And so, you know, there's a couple games that teams were close with them, but the other teams turned the ball over, did some things. They capitalize on those things. They return punts, they return kicks, they block punts. I mean, they just do a lot of great things. But at the end of the day, I mean, what makes them go is their running game. I mean, they have 2 or 3 guys that can really run the ball, and they have some receivers when they drop back and pass that can go up and make plays. As a coaching staff, when we're showing the film to the kids, one thing we really talked about is there's not a weak spot on their team. They have 11 guys on the field that can all play, and we have a ton of respect for it. With that said, we feel we have 11 guys on the field that can play too. You know, knock on wood here, with the exception of the Fort Cherry game, our defense has been excellent against the run. You know, and Fort Cherry's a little different beast with Matt Sig. But other than that, our team has done an amazing job against the run. So I think this will be kind of an interesting matchup when they have the ball and we're on defense, because it's kind of strength versus strength.
Right.
And then when we have the ball on offense, you know, I think we have some things that we're working on this week, and Isaiah is going to be back in the mix a little bit, which is a big help for us offensively. He played a great game last week. You can kind of see him getting healthier and healthier. So we're really excited about the opportunity tonight to get into the playoffs. I mean, this would be a special story if we can pull this off.
It really would. It really would. And I don't know if you folks realize the significance of what's happening this year. Even though, like I said, all the injuries, coach, and the players, it's been a special year. Let's hope it can continue on. And I know we're not going to be able to broadcast next week should the Chargers make the playoffs because of the stipulations and stuff like that. But we'll all be there in spirit, if not in person, to cheer you on. But good luck tonight.
Thanks. Yeah, we want to keep this going, man.
Yeah.
We talked to the kids again today. I mean, if we get in, there's some really big similarities between this year's team and a couple years ago. And a lot of adversity a few years ago. Not as many injuries, but a lot of adversity, and they went on a run, and it started this week, you know. And
right.
So if we're able to do that tonight, and I just want to keep coaching this team. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me. And there's some guys on this team and some seniors that I don't want to stop coaching, you know. So I'm really hoping to get the opportunity to stay with these guys for the next few weeks and really make this a run. But I think, like you said, no matter what happens tonight, we got to realize the significance of what was accomplished this year by these guys. And, you know, but if we get in, it's going to be a pretty special evening. It's going to be a pretty special evening in Coriopolis. So.
Yeah. I call it the rooftop rivalry, and it seems like every year it's comes down to this game between Cornell
and it comes down to the last
and the
series.
Chargers.
Not just the game. The game itself comes down to the last play every year.
Exactly.
Wouldn't be surprised if that happens again tonight.
Well, some good weather and some good football on stage for tonight. Hope you enjoy the game. This is, as I said, our final football broadcast for the season. Coach, congratulations on the season, and good luck tonight.
Thanks for everything you guys do too.
And hopefully we will be cheering you on next week as well. Don't go away. We have opening kick coming up next right here on the OLSH Sports Network. Welcome back to Frank Lettieri Stadium in Coriopolis, home of the Cornell Raiders of Coriopolis. I'm dating myself. Used to be the Coriopolis Blue Devils. Cornell Raiders and your Chargers ready to face off with the Raiders. Great interview there with Coach Militzer, Marty. A lot of good stuff to say and a lot of praise for his players and as should be.
Yeah, and also he praised Coach Ed Dawson. Ed Dawson, he are good friends. He's a great coach. He's a really good person. I got to meet him many times. He come to the dealership, nothing but good things to say about anybody. So, good luck over here to the Cornell Raiders and the OLSH Chargers. Whoever may win, hey, congratulations. Hey, we want to go over and thank our sponsors for football. The Doughboy Oven Fresh Pizza. Order yours online at doughboyspittsburgh.com or call them at 412-771-1030. I would like to thank International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 712. Lasego Automotive Sales and Service. Call them at 412-276-6244. Trim Pittsburgh, a shop for men, located in Lawrenceville and coming to Ross Park Mall this fall. Last but certainly not least is Brewer Airport Toyota, Western Pennsylvania's #1 volume Toyota dealer. Keep Brewer Airport Toyota in mind and like them on Facebook. Learn more at brewerairporttoyota.com. Now, this is the only game in Black Hills that you got to worry about tonight. Everybody else kind of sealed it up. Your Fort Cherry Rangers is the Black Hills Conference champ. Bishop Kenneman is runner-up. Bergestein is in, and as we said, this is a casket match. Whoever wins this game goes on to the playoffs next week against probably a #1 school, I'm imagining.
You would think,
yeah. Yep, so here we go. And they're run by their offense over here. C.J. Jackson, what a good senior he is. And they have a boatload of talent. They got Mikey Keys, a junior. He leads all receptions for them. Drayvon Newton, Julian Cordice, and, of course, the sophomore sensation, Khalil Johnson. He is being looked at right now by Penn State. I confirmed that. I talked to Bobby Palco the other day. He says, Marty, we're definitely looking at this kid. He's a good Division I player. So let's see what we got here tonight. But OLSH is fired up. We talked about this today, Al. Can't wait for this game, but it always comes down to the last play of the game for this game.
It always does. I mean, say what you want, and it's a cliche, but it's so true with this game. Throw the record book out the window. It means nothing. I mean, one team could come in here with winless and the other one undefeated, and it's anybody's game. But as it is, you can see right here the Chargers come in with a record of 4-5, 3-3 in section. And the Raiders come in with a 6-2 record. They're 4-2 in section. So again, if the Chargers win, they're 4-3. And the Raiders will be 4-3 as well. And because the Chargers would have beaten the Raiders, they go on to the playoffs, and vice versa. If the Raiders win, they have a better record than the Chargers, and they advance. So hence it's as Coach Militzer said in the interview, he thought that there was going to be, you have to win by so many points. No, none of that is in play. It's whoever wins, you're in.
Yeah, and, it's going to be a battle, up front, and again, there's a lot of talent on both sides that kind of cancel out each other like we talked about. But, everybody wants this game, I would say, because you want to go to the playoffs. But, the biggest thing I can say about this game, anytime you come over here, it's always hitting the mouth. Great football games. You're in for a treat tonight here at Frank Lettieri Stadium. There's no question.
The field's in great shape. I mean, I've come over here before, and it's been worn down from the season. And with the rain, of course, we haven't had that much rain recently, but it's misting tonight. I've been over here in mud bass, but the field, yeah, there's some bare spots, but it's in relatively good shape, being that this is the last regular season game.
I actually see your porch light on from here.
Just
That's
about.
how close you are.
Just about.
Yeah. So, hey, anyways, hey, shout out to a few family members listening tonight. My granddaughter Stella down home, she's listening, and thank you for listening. And, hey, just bring home a win tonight. And I tell you what, OLSH Chargers all week, just like Coach said in your interview, they're just chomping at the bit to come to this game. Obviously, it's the last game of the year. Everybody wants to win. But it's always a big game. It's, right over the hill, like you called it, the rooftop rivalry, the 5-minute rivalry, as Matt Fargo calls it. So looking forward to this game. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's and you said it, Marty. Nothing else matters in Black Hills tonight. It's
nothing. It's
Coriopolis and Moon Township basically doing battle here, the Raiders and the Chargers. And would you want it any other way?
You would not,
No.
because of the fact that, again, we're going to say it one more time, all the injuries we had all year long with the injuries, we're still in competition for a win. But what's the biggest thing about it is just crazy how it comes down to this game. They call it the casket match, and there's a reason for it. So here we go, ready for kickoff, as you see on your screen.
The Raiders won the toss. They elected to receive to open this one up. So Patrick Altmaier, the kicker for the Chargers, will tee it up on the far hash mark, and where's number 34. Well, he's going to bring it toward the middle of the field. Normally he tees it up on the hash mark, so we'll see what happens.
You want to keep it away from Khalil Johnson.
Oh,
if he's
no
back
doubt
here,
about
Khalil
that.
Johnson is the dangerous person. So let's see what happens.
Altmaier with the 10-yard run-up. He's going to ground this one into the ground. Picked up at the 30-yard line. Right up the middle it comes. He's wrapped up there. Gets across to the 45. And down. Trying to see who that was.
Khalil Johnson.
Was it?
Yes, it was. Number 20, Khalil Johnson.
Yep.
With the return.
So 1st and 10 for the Raiders. Right in the middle of the field at the 45-yard line. Right dead middle between the hash marks. And that's where we will start.
Yeah, we watched Patty Altmaier warm up during pregame. Al, he was booting for 50 yards out, and he was making them.
Yeah.
So if it comes down to this boy, look out.
Yeah, he can put him through the uprights from way out there. That's for sure. Yeah, he's teeing him up at the 45-yard line and just coming short. So that's 55 yards. So here we go. There's movement on the Cornell line.
Cornell, yep.
And we have a false start on the Raiders. That'll back them up 5. It'll be 1st and 15 from their 40-yard line.
Pre-game jitters, or game jitters, as you call it, probably butterflies in the stomach. Let's get it going. They both have really good lines, Cornell and OLSH.
Oh, yeah.
And, they have some talented guys on Cornell, like I mentioned earlier, but Khalil Johnson is something else as a sophomore.
Johnson gets a snap, and he's going to try to get the corner. He'll get the 40 and get pushed out of bounds. About the 41, 42-yard line. He'll pick up 1, maybe 2 yards. They're going to give him 3 on the game. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for the Raiders.
Yeah, Khalil Johnson on that sweep his side. And nice containment over here by the Chargers. Tonery and boys coming in to make the tackle. So they're running a Wildcat here tonight a little bit.
Yeah. I was just going to say they start off with the Wildcat.
Yep. Number 5, as you see on your screen, just walking in, is C.J. Jackson. That's their starter.
It was when they lined up. He was lined up behind the center, and then they just shifted over enough so that Johnson took the snap.
Yep.
This time, Jackson will take the snap as Johnson goes off to the side in the shotgun. Trips to the quads to the far side. Jackson right up the middle. Gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He picks up 1 to the 44-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 11 for the Raiders.
Mr. Dylan Matlock on the tackle over here at L on this side on the end. What a great tackle to shoe him up.
Hit him in the backfield.
Sure did. Nowhere to go.
It's a run-heavy Cornell Raider team, so the Chargers, again, it should be fun tonight, as Coach Militzer said. a very strong run defense on the Chargers and a very strong run game for the Raiders, so it should be fun to see how that plays out.
That's right, sir. So 3rd and Moon Township. Here we go.
Yeah, 3rd and 11 from the 44 of the Raiders. Trips to the far side. Back to pass to Jackson. He's going to flip it out and hit was Cordes, but he's going to be short of the first down in Charger territory at the 47-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 3.
Yeah,
for the Raiders.
Right over to the senior Julian Cordes, one of the main receivers for the Cornell Raiders.
Don't look for the Raiders to punt here. I'd look for them to go for it.
Oh, yeah. And they got a good lineman over here, number 52, senior Phil Barker. He means business, man. I watched him in warm-ups for Cornell. He's pretty tough dude.
4th and 2 from the 47 of the Chargers. Jackson in the shotgun. All kinds of movement there. Don't know if the Chargers jumped or if they were pulled off. We'll find out in a moment.
It was a Chargers.
Oh, I think it was, but you never know. They're calling fall. I see the initial preliminary was false start, but they're going to talk about it. Maybe the center moved the ball.
How do you do that on your own damn play?
There you go. That was against the Chargers.
Okay, it was against the Chargers, so it's a 1st down for the Raiders. That'll move the ball to the Charger 42-yard line.
That's something you don't want to do. You had him pinned back behind the line now. You don't want to do that. Gives them momentum.
Yep.
But let's see what this Charger defense can say, see what happens here. We need a big game tonight for the front line.
Yep. 1st and 10 from the 42. The Raiders convert on a Charger mistake, and
they got to call
we got to call a timeout. They got to burn one here. Cornell calls their first timeout, and while we have a moment, there's no better way to see yourself as an OLSH student than to become an OLSH Charger for a day. Hey, all 8th grade students and transfers to grades 10 and 11 are invited to join us as a shadow for the day and experience firsthand what it's like to be a student here at OLSH. You'll be assigned a Charger ally, which is your host for the day, and attend classes, meet the teachers and students, and eat lunch on us. Charger for a Day program began on October 3rd, so pre-register for your experience at www.olsh.org/visit.
So, right away, they had the momentum with that penalty. Now the momentum changed because of the burn the timeout. So they got in their head. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, with total confusion there on the Cornell Raiders side.
10th play of the drive right here.
Under center, he kicks it out to the outside. It's Johnson. He's got the first down. He's still dancing out there, and he gets pulled down up around the Charger 30-yard line. See where they mark him. It's a first down for Johnson.
Yeah, it's a 15-yard run by Johnson. Like I said, he's very dangerous. You got to watch him.
Mark him right at the 30-yard line. Jackson will go under center here. Up man gets it. Hits the line of scrimmage, and maybe 1, maybe 2 yards. We'll see where they mark him. Not much there.
Yeah, that was a great stop right there for the Chargers. That was number 62, Tristan Vacecki, on the tackle to lead the Chargers.
We'll give him credit for 2. 2nd and 8 from the Charger 28-yard line. In the shotgun, sidecars to either side. Jackson back to pass. Looking, he's got it. Wide open man along the sidelines.
Mikey Keys.
Keys, number 17. He's a speedster that you need to contain. He gets up short of the first down. He's at the 21-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Mikey Keys leads all Cornell Raiders in receptions out with 25, 451 yards catching and 18 yards per catch.
26 now.
Yeah, so 26 now, right. And counting, but here we go.
3rd and 1 from the 21-yard line. Under center's Jackson, turns around and hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's got the first down. He's up inside the 15, still going. He gets pulled down short of the 10-yard line. Johnson with a nice little side step there as he cut across the line.
Yeah, Johnson stepped in last year. Remember Raycon Troutman?
Yeah.
He was their big gun over here, horse for 4 years. He went down with an injury, and Mr. Johnson stepped in. So he had a lot of carries last year, so he has some recognition.
He'll mark him at the 13. 1st and 10 from the 13. Remember, Raiders can thank the Chargers for this sustained drive. Jackson under center this time. I think it's Cordes, is it not?
It was Julian Cordes with the run. Every once in a while, he will take the run, and that was definitely him.
They'll mark him up close to the 5-yard line.
So 8 on the run.
8 on the run, so it'll be 2nd and 2.
Couldn't see who. I got a window in front of me here, a wall. I couldn't see who it was. But
I'll scoot a foot.
Well, thank you, but I couldn't see who had made the tackle. I'm sorry. Now on the 17th play of the drive, and the turning clock at 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
As I said, this is going to be a fast-moving game. Both these teams like to run. Full house backfield, Twins to the far side for Jackson. He's going to hand it off to Johnson. He's inside the 5. The ball's loose, and there's a flag down. The ball's loose and the flag's down. I think the Chargers came up with it, but let's see who the flag is against. That's usually in the area of holding.
Khalil's shaking.
The ball definitely came flying out of there.
Johnson was shaking, getting up. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Don't like to see anybody hurt.
No. Well, let's see what the outcome is here. Flags came from all over the place. Might have been a face mask, too. You never know. Face mask against the Chargers. That'll be 1st and goal.
You'd be right on the 1-yard line.
Yep. 1st and goal from the 1.
We talked about in pregame. You don't want any penalties to get this fired up, you know.
You don't want to give them extra chances, and that's what the Chargers have done in this entire drive. Had them stopped and gave them the first down, and the Raiders do what good teams do, take advantage of it. Stack in the backfield. They're just going to push Jackson into the end zone for the touchdown.
And there it is. So your first score of the game, a 1-yard plunge by C.J. Jackson at 6:57 of the first quarter. And let me tell you, OLSH was holding them there for a little bit, and then the penalties started to fly now, and that's what just gave them the momentum.
Without a doubt.
And I think they don't have a kicker, but
well,
maybe they do.
No.
Yeah, they ran somebody out there. I'm sorry.
Setting the tee down.
That's C.J. Jackson, the kicker as well, I think.
We'll see.
I couldn't see it, the number.
Cordes is doing the holding. The ball's up. Nice kick there. It goes right through the middle.
No, it's number 6. Oh, it is Jackson. I'm sorry. So C.J. Jackson with the run and also the kick to make it 7-0 Raiders. And they knock 4 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. They draw first blood of this rooftop rivalry.
Hey, you want more information on the OLSH Chargers? For rosters, stories, and more, visit www.olshathletics.org. I want to give special thanks to our website sponsors, the Covenant Financial Advisors. Also, OLSH Theater Department presents its annual Fall Theater Festival featuring 2 one-act plays, monologues, poems, and other performance pieces. The festival will take place tonight and tomorrow, October 27th and 28th, on the OLSH ground floor. Doors will open at 6:30. Tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for students, and are available through Hometown Ticketing. Come and get in the Halloween spirit.
Yeah, so here we go. So this time, I like what they're doing right here. They're kind of bunching up.
Yeah, and then they'll spread out.
They'll spread out.
Garner, Schultz, and Ellis back deep for the Chargers. Garner in the middle. And they're going to kick it over toward Ellis. It's going to go over his head, and this one will get into the end zone for a touchback. You kind of held your breath there because that's a live ball until it gets into the end zone.
Like, Mr. Ellis is like, uh-oh, should I catch it? Should I let it go? But luckily it went over his head, like you alluded to. So, so here we go. Setting up shop on the 25-yard line.
20.
Or the 20, excuse me. Yep. Again, I got this wall right here in front of me. I can't see nothing, but, yeah, you are right.
Yeah, high school it's 20.
It's 20.
1st and 10 from the 20. It'll be over on the far hash mark because the ball went out in the end zone on the far side. Brandon Brazell will be in the backfield with his brother and Isaiah Schultz one on either side. Twins to the far side for the Chargers. Comes Garner up across, and Brady Brazell is going to get hit in the backfield. He's going to maybe no gain to the 20. Lost about a half a yard.
Yeah, Haas. Yeah, Haas on the run, and number 54, J. Ron Smith on the tackle for your Raiders.
Call it 2nd and 10. Again, full backfield, Twins to the near side. It'll be Tonery and Garner to the near side for the Chargers. High snap. Brazell brings it down. He's going to flip it out just a little bit too wide, trying to get Garner on an out pattern.
Yeah, he was covered well by Mikey Keys for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
So trying something a little different here.
It'll be 3rd and 10 from the 20. We've seen Brandon, boy, we talked about it last week. Don't think of him as a quarterback, but boy, he's got a nice tight spiral when he throws the ball. You give him enough time and he'll hit anybody.
Whoever thought he'd be a quarterback,
no,
right?
That's
he was built for.
It's like Coach Militzer says, he's a football player. You can put him anywhere on the field and he'll perform for you.
That's right, yeah.
It'll be an empty set for Brazell. Trips to the far side. 3rd and 10. Brazell's going to roll that way. Flip it out. Ball gets knocked in the air, and this one's going to fall incomplete.
Oh, a lot of tipping. I thought, uh-oh. Right there stood the Raiders.
Went to a football game and a volleyball game broke out.
You do you, Al. That was a good one. But, yeah, that really was. And I thought, uh-oh, right there stood Keys. I said, uh-oh, he got no one in front of him. And here we go. But luckily somebody got a paw on it.
That'll bring Patty Altmaier out to kick it away from the 20. He'll stand inside his 10, waiting the snap. Johnson will be back deep. He'll stand around his own 45-yard line.
Kick it away from Mr. Johnson.
Snap back. Altmaier. High, not real far. Kick. It bounces for the Chargers. Cross midfield into Raider territory and rolls dead about the 47-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good 40-yard kick with some roll.
Yeah, it was officially like a 33-yard punt.
Yep.
And then from where he was, it was 40 yards in the air.
Yeah, no question.
Or not in the air.
But, yeah, I know what you're saying.
So the Raiders will take over on their own 47. 1st and 10. They're ahead 7-0, as you see there on your screen. 5:51 left here in the first quarter. Jackson has runners on either side of him. He's going to look to pass. Flips it in the air. And he's got it in and out of the hands of Court. Was that Courts?
No, that was actually Drayvon Newton.
Newton, 4.
Yeah, Drayvon Newton, number 2 on the chart with receiving. And he was going for the home run right there. And right there was Tonery.
And over to help out was Garner. It'll be 2nd and 10. In and out of the hands of Newton.
Putting it up, see what they had.
Yep. Twins to the far side for Jackson. It's the shotgun eye, I call it. Hands it off to Johnson. Hit at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward for a 1, maybe 2 yards short of the 50-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 8 for the Raiders.
And another nice tackle by Dylan Matlock, Al. He's playing a strong front right there. And I'm going to tell you, he's doing his job on his end.
You know, I noticed for the Chargers, Jaden Mara not dressed again. He missed the first part of the season. He came back in the middle, and he was out last game, and I see him out this game as well. So another big guy on the line. Chargers missing.
Nice kid, too.
Yeah. 3rd and 8. Jackson looking to air it out. Here comes the pressure from Branch. There's penalty flags. And he's bumped out of bounds by Schultz. It'll be short of the first down, but there was a flag on the play.
Usually that's Habus Grabbus.
Yeah, that was in the area of a hold, yes. Where's the referee? There
it was.
It is a hold against the Raiders. That'll back them up 10 yards. So it'll be 3rd down and 18.
So contain him here, get good field position now if you contain him here.
Yep. I don't know if he'd have had the first down anyway. He might have been short because it would have been 4th down and short. The Raiders would have gone for it.
They like a little bubble screen with Khalil Johnson because Khalil's are probably their best athlete.
Yep.
And just got to watch that.
So that'll back them up 10. It'll be 3rd down and 18 from the 38-yard line, 39-yard line, somewhere in there. You need to go to the Charger 43 for the first down. Twins to the far side. Cadis and Johnson in the backfield. Jackson's going to keep it himself. No, it's a little trickery. Around the side, he breaks one tackle and pancaked by the Chargers, and that was Speedy Garner.
And there goes a flag for taunting. That was taunting. You can't taunting in high school, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And you got to watch your P's and Q's, and that's not good. Yeah,
That was a great tackle.
It was.
And after that,
and here we go.
There's another flag.
And because Coach is beside himself, and they're just trying to hold him back to the sideline.
I think the coach's complaint is he wasn't taunting anybody. He was going down the field.
Yeah, he wasn't in anybody's face.
He was celebrating.
But again, you can't celebrate in high school.
In high school, right.
So with that said, you got to understand this is a big game, sure, but you can't do it. You cannot do that. There's a 15-yard, no question.
Dead ball foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Chargers. And the other one might be a sideline warning, maybe?
It was.
Nope, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Chargers.
Okay.
So this is like 30 yards. It's going to put the Raiders somewhere around the 20-yard line of the Chargers.
Yeah, no question. And they had him pinned back.
They had him beat. They were getting the ball.
And
this is twice now, 2 drives. The Chargers have given the Raiders the drive.
If I'm coach, I'm going in the locker room at halftime. I'm saying, guys, you just got to watch what you're doing. You can't be doing this because you're blowing your own fuse. You know, you can't do it. So
yeah, he's marching to my house to put the ball down.
Yeah, he really is. And they just puts him in a good position. And just swings the momentum because we had the momentum right there.
Oh, we had him stop, Marty. And now it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders on the Charger 23-yard line. And the Raiders got nobody to thank but the Chargers. Jackson hands it off to Johnson. They're going to go for the jugular here early. He gets up to the 20 and stop there. Pick up of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
That was Cam Branch right there on the tackle. Made a nice tackle come across the field out on that left side, and did a nice job. Yeah, I mean, hey, this game is intense, but you got to calm your nerves.
You said it. You said it pregame, Marty. You got to keep your emotions intact. This is you tend to get over emotional, and you can't in this game. You got to keep it within yourself. Full house backfield for Jackson in the shotgun. One wide out to either side. Jackson back to pass. Here comes the pressure. And Cam Branch is all over him. Sacks him all the way back at the 30.
All right, watch
the 28-yard line.
Watch yourself. Watch yourself. Just being honest.
The coaching staff is waving them back to their side of the ball.
You can't. I know you're excited, but I'm telling you, they're looking for a reason to throw that flag. They really are.
All the way back to the 29-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and about 14 for the Raiders.
This reminds me of an old Bad News Bears movie. Let them play. Let them play.
Well, the Bad News Bears, the second one when they went to the Astrodome.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah. Let them play.
Yeah.
Nice.
That defensive line is stout.
Oh, it's hard to get through them. If you do, you can run. But 3rd down and 14. Jackson back to pass. He's got some time. Now he's just going to fling this one out, and he throws it out of the stadium, incomplete.
It was uncatchable. That was uncatchable. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah,
one.
he threw that one out of the. If he caught it, it would have been beyond the end zone anyway. It's 4th down and 14 for the Raiders at the Charger 28-yard line.
If they stop them, this is a win-win, because, hey, they moved that ball 30 yards on that penalty. So this is a win-win if they can stop them here.
Oh, it's huge. Huge stop. They are back in punt formation. They'll send Speedy back. He'll be inside his 10. See if they try to pooch this. A line shifting here. Everybody strategically getting in position. Snaps back. Field position.
Oh, Isaiah Schultz.
Schultz comes in and blocks that one off the foot of Jackson.
Big
and it
time
goes out of
players.
bounds at the 30-yard line. So it's -2 on the punt. They punted from the 28. The Chargers will get it at the 30. 1st and 10.
And you see who's showing up tonight. These guys are, wanting it. And again, you can't let your emotions get away from you. But, they're kids. They're young men. I get it. They will come this far to even be in contention, so they can feel it.
But Jackson was aiming to the sideline. He was trying to get that coffin corner kick, and Isaiah Schultz says, not on my side.
Yeah, C.J. Jackson's a great athlete. He can do it all for the Raiders. Good kid, good family. I know the family. They're good people.
Twins to the near side for the Chargers. Schultz and Brazell in the backfield. And it's Brandon keeping himself. He gets hit at the 30 and no further. No gain there. It'll be 2nd and 10. Raiders had that one snuffed out.
Yeah, they sure did. Yeah, number 25, Kenya Trutch. Oh, there's another penalty. Here we go.
Flag, and this one's going to be against the Raiders.
Here we go.
Referees are going to get to keep this under control.
Al,
I give them credit
This
here.
is an eerie feeling. Remember that 19 game we called
Yes.
down in 2019? It rained. It was back and forth with penalties.
Yep, they're pointing to the Raiders. Yep, there's the unsportsmanlike on the Raiders, and that'll move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
So each team shooting each other's in the foot.
And the Chargers get a little bit of that Raider cooking.
Yeah, they do. A little home cooking here at the Frank. But let me tell you, if you keep the emotions out of it, you got a good ball game.
Yeah,
I mean, you really do.
Right. Oh, no, right.
Yeah.
From both teams, yeah.
Yeah, both teams.
From the 45, 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Twins to the far side, full house backfield for Brandon Brazell. Brandon looking to pass. Little flip pass to Schultz, some open field. Across the 45, he gets hit there, breaks a tackle. He picks up one on the play.
Yeah, I think C.J. Jackson led that one.
Yep.
He was in on the tackle with another host of Raiders.
The good thing here, though, Marty, even though it was only a gain of 1 on the play, make it 2nd and 9, is Isaiah Schultz on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Haven't seen that for about 3 weeks.
And he played possum. He just looked like, okay, this isn't coming to me. I'm
He
just
just kind
standing
of,
here.
he kind of like fake blocking and just slipped out onto the flat. He was open.
Al, this game reminds me eerily of the Bargenstein game here at Cornell. Cornell was coming there 6-0, and they were riding high, and it was a 14-13 game against Bargenstein to beat them in the last minute.
Guess what beat him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trips to the near side for Brandon Brazell. Bobbles it. He's going to run with it. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. No more. That was a high snap. Brandon had no choice, and into the backfield was 54 again. That was Smith.
Yeah, Ronnie Smith, he's a big drink of water, Smith.
Yes, he is.
Nowhere to go.
He's listed at 6'1", 260. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Almost the end of the first quarter here. Under 35 seconds in a rolling clock.
Eighth play of the drive.
Most likely the last play of this half, or this quarter, I should say. Trips to the far side. Out to the near side. The Brazils in the backfield. And there's a delay of game.
Sure is. Yeah, I seen him just looking over here. I'm like, he's going to call it.
That'll back up the Chargers 5 yards. Make it 3rd and 14.
If I have to say penalties, I'd say it's about 85 yards to 85 yards. I mean,
well, I think the Chargers have more because of that double unsportsmanlike. Yeah, that was 30 yards right there.
I know. just having fun on a Friday night. Last game of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, of our broadcast, but it's
yeah.
Good luck to whoever wins this one.
Trips to the far side. Up across the 50-yard line. He gets flung down. They're going to mark him at the 48-yard line.
You got to go for this.
And you'd imagine the Chargers going to go for this. Exactly, Marty.
That was a nice play by Brandon Brazil.
And that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Raiders 7, the Chargers nothing. Hey, the annual OLSH tradition, Turkey Bingo, is back. Join us in the OLSH AAC on Saturday, November 11th, and try your luck at winning a turkey for your Thanksgiving dinner. Just $10 gets you 6 bingo cards for each regular game throughout the evening, plus the chance to win door prizes as well. Participate in other raffles and games throughout the evening. All the proceeds benefit the OLSH bowling team and the theater department.
My phone's blowing up. How everybody is watching a game just text me and said that was an awful call on that taunting penalty against Speedy Gardner.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is, right, but I'm just telling you what they're telling me. But, yeah, here we go. So we're on their side of the field, and let's see what we can do here, Al, in the second quarter.
We start quarter number 2. And the Chargers have it 4th and about a long 3, a short 4. And the Chargers are in their offense, so they're going to go for this here. Trips to the near side. Snap back. Brandon looking to pass. He's got the man down the field. It's Schultz. Overthrown. It's incomplete. It's a turnover on down, and the Raiders will take over on their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10.
Yeah, Schultz had just a step on Keys, and Keys caught him at the last second when the ball was in the air.
I'm telling you, Brandon threw a rocket down there.
Yeah, he really did. He really did, El. And here comes the rain. We see the sheets of rain coming through here.
Oh,
the valley.
Look at the lights, yeah.
I was watching the news this morning.
Want to thank Bobby Brazil again. He's running the camera, doing the camera duties out there.
Yep.
Got the umbrella on him, but it's not a big one, so he might be getting a little wet, but not any worse than he'd be out in the stands.
That's true.
1st and 10 from their 48. The Raiders with the ball and the lead here in the second quarter. Jackson is going to keep it himself. Up the middle, he gets hit at the line. No gain.
Oh, my. Nice play there by Schultz, Isaiah Schultz on that end, Al. Another good tackle.
Now they're going to give him credit for a yard. Up to the 49. Fell forward for about a half a yard. 2nd and a long 9.
This rain will keep the ball out of the air a little bit too, I imagine.
Well, it doesn't really throw wrenches in the wheels for either one of these teams.
Yeah, they both got good athletes.
Well, they both like to run it. So.
They do. But, hey, let me tell you, there's some good athletes. This is a good game right here.
No, yeah.
A good Black Hills Conference rivalry.
No doubt. Shotgun eye for Jackson. He hands it off to Johnson. Johnson has got the line of scrimmage and some room. Across the 40.
There's a face mask.
Brought down there. There's another flag on the play.
That was a face mask all day long. I saw that one.
Johnson is, they're going to mark him at about the 36, 37-yard line, see what the flag is.
Yeah, that was so much.
I don't know. The Raiders are starting to back up here. Holding against the Raiders. It'll be 2nd down. That'll back them up 10.
It never festered to that, so it was dead before it started.
Yep. So it'll back it up to the 40, call it the 42.
And you knew it's going to be an emotional game, so that's what's going on right here, as you see.
Second down in about 17, maybe. Shotgun eye again for Jackson. One more time, he's going to turn and try to pass it. Still rolling out to the far side, directing traffic. Picks up a block, and he's hit there by Matlock and pulled down. He's going to pick up about 3 or 4 yards up around the 45, maybe the 46, but it'll be third down in about 13.
Matlock stopped him, but Brady Brazell on the tackle down there on the far side to bring him in.
How about this? Matlock lost a hoof.
Yeah, he still was running all over the place. But Matlock's playing out of his mind tonight.
He's got to find the Smith shop here and get reshoed. One of the horses there.
But Big Haas up with a nice tackle over on the far side.
3rd and 13 from the 46-yard line for the Raiders. In motion is Keys. Jackson back to pass. Here comes Branch. He steps up. Going to fling it down the field, and that one's going to be incomplete, falls short. I don't know if he was trying to hit. There was 2 players crisscrossing. One was short and the other one was deep.
Well, he was attending Drayvon Newton. That was a tendon receiver, but Tonery put his hand up and it kind of deflected it.
Okay, I thought it got tipped. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, Tonery got his hand up. So they're going to punt the ball, obviously.
4th and 13 from their 46. Jackson will be back to kick. Speedy Gardner is back to receive for the Charge. He stands at his 20.
Let's get another
Low
block.
snap,
Another block.
Another block. Jackson is going to run with it now. He's going to get the first down. He's got the first down and more. Inside the 30. Makes a move inside the 25. Gone. Jackson on a muffed punt. Snap is going to go all the way for the touchdown. It's a 54-yard run for Jackson.
Sure is, 54 yards. It was a snap punt. It had nowhere to go to the near side, and he says, give me some blocks, and that's what happened. So there you go.
A bad snap turned into a touchdown for the Raiders with 9:25 left in the half. And it's 13-0 Raiders.
And you got to give it to Patty Altmaier, to the Raiders for finding that open space.
Yeah.
I mean, they found this open hole and it said goodbye.
Well, that was all Jackson.
Yeah, there was no question. Jackson made that happen.
Kick
it's blocked.
Is blocked. That was Kenny Wade with the attempt. And with the blocked kick. And 9:25 left on the second quarter clock. It is Raiders 13, Chargers nothing.
Yeah, so on that muff punt, C.J. Jackson goes 54 yards. And that blocked kick helped. It really does,
yeah.
Believe it or not. I mean, that could be, at the end of the game, one of those, we should have had that point. So let's see what happens. But, yeah, he had that wide open over here, Al, and nothing but green all the way down through.
Hey, are you interested in supporting our OLSH Chargers? Visit www.olshathletics.org and check out the fundraisers section in the Fan Zone tab and the latest fundraising opportunities.
Yeah, so I didn't realize Kenny Wade can kick. I always thought it was C.J. Jackson, but hey.
Well, C.J. Jackson just ran
he's probably tired.
Actually like 65 yards
yes,
total.
Did. Yes, he did.
So
and a great run by C.J.
Oh, yeah.
No question. So
well, Wade will do the kickoff duties as well.
Yeah.
Garner, Ellis, and Schultz, and this is a little pooch kick picked up there, and hitting the ground was Durkach. Aiden picks it up, and it's around the 37, 38-yard mark at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Set up shop and see what we can do, Al, with 9:22 before half. But see what happens here. I noticed the last drive the Chargers had. They started to get a little bit of momentum, but unfortunately the penalties didn't let them go any further. But
yep,
it's the way it is one of these rivalry games.
The Raiders gave them a a good opportunity with a penalty, and the Chargers could not convert. Twins to the near side. It'll be Gardner and Tonery to the near side. And it's going to be Brady Brazell up the middle, trying to pull tacklers with him. He's going to get up close to the 40-yard line, no further.
Yeah, and it was number 25, Kenya Tretch, on the tackle for the Raiders.
He'll mark him at the 40. 2nd and 8 for the Chargers from the 40-yard line. So what's on the line here for the Chargers tonight? They've got a streak of 7 consecutive years making it to the playoffs, Marty.
I never knew that, Al. I never knew that.
7 straight years since back in 2016 when Dan Bradley took over the program. He took them to the playoffs. We'll get into that more as the game goes on. 2nd and 8 from the 40. Brazell back to pass. He's going to flip it out, and he's got Garner, and he's hit immediately at the 43-yard line. Hit there by Keys. Brings down Garner. He picks up about 3 to the 43-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 5 or 6.
Yeah, Keys is a great linebacker for these guys. And, Khalil Johnson over here, I watched a few games this year up here at Cornell. He can surprise you with some interceptions, too, so you got to watch him.
Yeah, they got Cordes right now is playing the free safety. He's the farthest one back. Other than that, they're fairly close to the line of scrimmage. Trips to the far side for the Chargers on a 3rd down. Flipping it out, and they've got Garner. He's got the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Chargers in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
As I talked about, Mr. Johnson made the tackle. He sniffed it out. So nice pass right there by Mr. Brazell to Mr. Gardner.
Yep.
And now we're on the other side of the territory and see what we can do before too long.
Yep, 7.5 to go on a rolling clock here and a half. Chargers trailing 13-0.
Stay out of penalty trouble and you should be okay.
Schultz, Tonery, and Ellis to the far side. Straight snap to Brandon. Brandon to the near side. He cuts it upfield across the 45 to about the 43-yard line. That's a pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd down 4 for the Chargers.
Nice run right there. A nice hole over there by Branch and Company. Gave him that hole, L, like a Mack truck can run through there. So he did a great job, Mr. Milk Truck.
From the 43-yard line, they need to get just to the other side, just across the 40-yard line for a 1st down. Schultz, Tonery, and Vitorino wide to the far side. That's who it was, not Ellis, last play as well. Garner the lone wide out. Brazell to the near side again, cuts it upfield, gets to the line of scrimmage, and no further. There's a piling on there.
Yeah, that's a penalty.
And that should be a penalty, and the coaching staff is asking why that's not a penalty.
Yeah, Cordes jumped up on top, and I thought, uh-oh, here we go, but they let it go.
No, they're letting it go. Coach Militzer's asking the official right now, why is that not a penalty?
Well, I understand that part.
3rd and 4. They had him stopped, and I guess they said it was, they didn't blow the whistle, didn't mark him down.
Yeah, like they're saying here in the booth, I don't know if you ever heard that. They said it took all 11 guys to bring him down. I mean, Milk Truck.
The Milk Truck, you got the Milk Truck and the Haas.
Yeah, Haas is
they're
opening
a
up.
load. The Twins are a load.
And they're playing for their lives. They're seniors, man.
They're seniors. This could be their last game.
Together.
3rd and 4 from the 43. No gain on that play. This time Brandon's going to flip it out. And it's intercepted.
That's Barker. That's Barker.
Down the sideline. One man to beat. Barker's going to go all the way. That's going to be a 53-yard pick 6.
Yeah, we just talked about 52 Barker before the pregame, saying you got to watch him, and he just sniffed it out, Al, and there he went. So 53 yards for number 52.
Yep.
And right there, the Raiders lead 19-0.
Wow.
And you're wondering if they're going to go for 2 here. I bet you they will.
Oh, I'm sure they will to make up for that other one.
Yeah.
And he reached up behind him and took that ball right out of Schultz's hands.
He sure did.
The big guy reminded me of Harrison going down the
Oh,
sideline.
yeah.
Did he not in the Super Bowl?
99 yards at Arizona, yeah.
Wrong number, but
But let me tell you, that was a nice play by him. I mean, he really jumped up and got the ball, and nobody got him.
so they're going to go for 2 here. Jackson in the backfield along with Jones.
Nope, there's a
And
penalty.
and incomplete pass.
But there's a penalty on the play.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, they threw it over here near side.
Oh, there is a penalty flag on it.
Yeah, it looked legal formation
Yeah,
to
I
me
don't
as
think
well.
I don't. I
They
think they
wasn't
had.
set.
I think they had too many in the backfield.
Yeah.
Chargers obviously decline it, if that's the case. Yeah, false start or illegal formation against the Raiders. Decline, and the score will stay 19-0.
Yeah, so, the extra point was a blunder, and this was a blunder. So 19-0, believe it or not, that's going to hold you in the game a little bit. So 19-0 with 5:21 to go here before half on an interception by Barker, number 52, for 53 yards.
Hey, good luck to our Lady Chargers soccer team as they head to the WPL quarterfinals as they play Freedom at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon at Freedom High School. Go Chargers.
That's right. Good luck to the ladies.
A little pooch kick picked up there by Schultz, and he'll hit the. There's a penalty flag. It's got to be. There it comes.
Yeah, that was actually for the Chargers, number 8. It was Shemetti.
Oh, Shemetti.
Yeah.
You know what? That's eerily familiar to the play that he got hammered and got put in the hospital.
Fort Cherry, yeah.
Fort Cherry, where he took a knee on a pooch kick and got hammered like that.
There's flags flying everywhere.
Well, they're putting them into place because that's unnecessary roughness. That's 15 yards for the Chargers. That'll mark them should be just into Raider territory at the 49.
Yep.
Personal foul against the Raiders. It should go down at the 49-yard line, and it does. Actually, they're marking it at the 48. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Okay, let's get some momentum. Going to the locker room, Al. Let's get some points on the board here, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. Need something.
5:18 on the scoreboard.
Mm-hmm.
19 points for the Raiders. Chargers still have that goose egg. I guess this time of the year we can start calling it a turkey egg, huh?
or a Halloween pumpkin.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown, I want a rock.
I got a rock.
I got a rock.
Trips to the near side. Brazel looking to pass it. He's rolling to this side. Now he's gonna flip it out, and he's got Tonery inside the 40-yard line, and he's brought down inside the 40. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 38-yard line.
And I think Tonery was surprised the ball came to him. He's like, okay, he's in trouble back there.
Well, he floated around in that zone and found an empty spot.
Yep.
Brandon Brazel.
It's a nice throw by Brandon.
Just touch pass, didn't try to burn it in there, just got it over to Tonery. 1st and 10 at the 38. Twins to the far side. Schultz and Brazel. Here comes Garner in motion. He's got the ball on the sweep. Can he get the corner? He's going to get here. There's a face mask. Pulled him in the face mask. That was Newton grabbed him in the face mask and pulled him down. That'll be some more yardage for the Chargers.
Sure will be.
That was the only problem with that is, Mr. Newton, you can't do it in open field. When we can see it from up here, and everybody sees it.
And I see Tonery limping off the field. I'm wondering if it's what they call it, a hip pointer. He fell right on the hip, when he made that catch. Let's see what it is. They're stretching him out, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like they're doing, yeah.
And you know what I saw, when he come off the field? All the Raiders kind of gave him a high five and slapped him on the back and says, hey, nice catch.
Okay, it's going to be from the line of scrimmage. Personal foul, face mask. So it'll be 1st down for the Chargers. That'll march them inside the 30-yard line, inside the 25-yard line to about the 23. First and 10 for the Chargers. 4:37 on the clock, and it should start, and it will right now.
You wonder if Patty Altmaier comes into play here, if you get pretty close.
He could. I mean, there's still plenty of time on the clock.
I'm just saying if you would, if you get to the 4th down mark.
Garner in motion. Brazell's going to keep it himself, and we got pre-snap whistles. Oh, I forgot to take the flag off anyway. There's a premonition on my part, I guess.
Well, you're only doing 4 jobs at once. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm thinking I'm seeing offsides on the Cardinals, on the Raiders. Yep, Raiders offsides. That's another 5 yards. That'll move them inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. First and 5 for the Chargers.
I wish I'd keep track of the penalties. I'm telling you, got to be over 150 yards so far.
Between the two teams, yeah, no doubt.
They got to be. And it's always like this because, like I said, it's a rivalry. But after the game, I guarantee they'll hug. They're good guys on both sides of the ball.
Good news is Tonery back in the lineup. Schultz comes over, gets a blow.
So here's good news. Somebody from 1-5, 108 is going to the playoffs tonight.
Exactly. No doubt.
Yep.
Yeah. In the shotgun, Brazell sends Garner in motion. And he's going to fake it to him and roll out to the near side. Flip it out. And he's good. And it was caught. Was he in bounds? It was. Inside the 5-yard line at the 3. Intercepted. Who was that got it?
That was Khalil
Johnson with the interception.
What did I say two series ago? You got to watch Khalil Johnson. He'll still do his interceptions, and he sure did down there in the corner. You have to take chances.
Again, the Chargers on a drive. Stopped again by the Raiders. This last 2 have been stopped by interceptions. 3 interceptions by the Raiders so far tonight.
Yeah, 2 big interceptions by Barker and by Khalil Johnson right there to keep them in the lead.
So, first and 10 from the 3-yard line for the Raiders. 3:51 left in the half. Jackson in his own end zone. He's going to hand it off to Johnson. Johnson hit immediately. He's still going to plow forward close to the 5-yard line. I don't know if he makes it. Yeah, they will. Mark him at the 5. Pickup of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 5.
Yeah, so.
Oh, that was Cordes.
It was Cordes. Okay,
yeah,
I couldn't
saw
see
the
it.
2.
Yeah, I couldn't see it.
I didn't see if there was a 0 there or not.
I'll be honest with you, I got a wall here as you see, and I can't see past this wall. I can see as far as the 20-yard line right now, but keep poking my head out the window. The monitor's in front of me, yo.
Shotgun eye for Jackson. Ball's on the turf. That could be a safety. What's the signal?
It is a safety. Yeah, they're at the 1-yard line.
They're saying back at the 1-yard line.
1-yard line, they made the tackle. Yeah, I was watching on the monitor. It was on a 1. There's no question. So it was not a safety.
Oh, you know what I bet happened? I bet just somebody picked it up with their knee on the ground because when they picked it up, they stepped backwards.
Yeah.
So if he picked it up, his knee was on the ground. He's down at the 1. So it's 3rd and about 12 from the 1. Cornell takes their 2nd timeout.
We still have all of ours, correct? Or we have one?
Yes.
Okay.
Now you can see on your screen there the dots underneath the names. That tells you how many timeouts they have left. So, hey, join us at the AAC for the annual Faculty versus Students basketball game on Tuesday, November 21st. The doors are going to open at 6 p.m. and tip-off is at 7. Tickets will be sold during school lunch periods for $5 each or $7 at the door. You can gear up for the game by purchasing an exclusive T-shirt through www.olshgear.com, and all the proceeds from the game and T-shirts benefit the OLSH Junior Senior Prom.
Yeah, the longest fumble recovery ever, Cornell history. You know who that was? My general sales manager, Sam Piccolo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he played for the Raiders here. And 88 yards to the house.
3rd and 12 from the 1-yard line, and we got another flag. And that's not going to hurt much. That's going to be about 6 inches against the Raiders. That'll back them up a little more, but it's closer to the goal line. 3rd and 13 now. The ball is almost touching the goal line. And we got officials calling timeout here for some reason.
Their probably arms are tired for throwing the flags all night. They threw a lot of flags.
Oh, they want more time on the clock.
Okay.
3:05. Okay, 3:05 on the clock. From the inside the 1 yard line, the Raiders on a 3rd down play here. Jackson will be under center. Johnson and Cordes behind him. He's going to flip pass out. Caught. 1 man to beat. Look out down the sideline. 1st and 10 and more. Pushed out of bounds by Garner up across the 30-yard line, about the 32, 33-yard line. And Johnson on the catch. Little flip pass. You can't leave Johnson alone like that out on the flat.
I talked about that in the first quarter, Al. I says you can't leave him out there in the flat. He's by himself. He has too much athleticism. You cannot do that, but he did. And he picked up, roughly 30-some yards. So, yeah, you don't want to do that.
Yep, 32 yards all the way out to the 33. So it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 33 now. Full house backfield. And Johnson will get the ball. He's hitting the backfield. No gain. Nope, that was Cordes.
Yeah, Cordes will run it every once in a while. Give Khalil a spell. He just ran 32 yards. He's probably tired.
Yeah, well, it's unfair. They got 20 and 2.
It's hard for us commentators to see that, but yeah.
2nd and 10 from the 33. Under 2.5 to go here. Cordes will go out to the wide to the far side. Twins out there now. Shotgun eye for Jackson. Quick pass out again. Little bubble screen to Newton. He gets hit fairly immediately. He's going to get across the 35 to the 36-yard line maybe.
That was Haas and number 21, Luke Vitorino, on the tackle on the far side.
We'll mark him at the 36. It'll be 3rd down and about 7.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the prognosticators. They were saying, well, Cornell should win 48-0. It should be a walk in the park. Well, I don't know. If you're watching the game, it's been pretty close, except for a couple bad turnovers.
Jackson back to pass. He's going to flip it out, and that one's way out of bounds, incomplete. Yeah, and I've said this all season, Marty. I'd like to see this season replayed with our 8 starters in the lineup all season. We're in every one of these games and winning a lot of them. So this game so far would have been totally different with our 8 starters in there.
Well, if you're just joining us for the first time ever, you got to remember we're missing 8 starters, quarterback, wide receivers. They play both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
So we're missing a lot of guys.
Linebackers.
Yep.
4th down and 7. In punt formation is Jackson. And it's a fake punt. He's going to flip it back to Jackson. Jackson's going to get hit, and he's going to get.
First down. Oh, that was close.
He's marked out of bounds. It looks like at the 40-yard line. Short, 3 yards short of the 1st down. 1st and 10 for the Chargers at the Raiders' 40-yard line with 1:07 left.
Yeah, a little trickery there with keys to Jackson.
Yeah.
So far, Jackson been their star. 1-yard plunge and also a 54-yard muff punt for C.J. Jackson.
You can't call it a fake punt.
No, it's a muff punt. And but he was in a muff snap, I should say.
Yeah.
Right place at the right time, as they call it.
Yeah, a lot of times, when you do that, that throws your whole scheme off, and a lot of times you make good plays both on a muffed kick too. If you muff it, drop it, and pick it up, it throws you blocking, and then everything's off.
Everything is off the timing.
Everything bunched up on the near side. Brazil fakes it, and he's going to run it. And he's going to be brought down, no gain, right at the 40-yard line. They might mark him at the 39. Under a minute to go here in the half.
Number 9, Santana Lee. I'm sorry, Al, on the tackle.
Nope, right at the 40-yard line, no gain. Chargers hurry up offense.
Throw one up.
45 seconds here in the half.
Throw one up. Take your chances.
To the near side. Brazil looking to throw it. He's got some time. He's going to fling it down the field. And closest one there was Garner. It's incomplete. Stops the clock with 37 seconds left.
I think he did a Hail Mary, whoever was open he threw to, but
He was just throwing to a spot.
the spot is right.
It'll be third down and 10 from the 40-yard line.
Wonder if we're going to do the same or maybe Wildcat. I'm just thinking in my head what they may do.
You know, this might be a play where you get Schultz in there taking a snap, and
Wildcat.
He's got the arm that he can throw it to, and he can run it as well. So, and a little different look with the left southpaw in there, but that's not the case. Brazell's in the backfield. Schultz, Garner, and Vitorino split out wide to the near side. Ellis out far to the far side. Brazell back to pass. He's got some time, a little wobbly pass, and he's got Schultz at the 20, 1st and 10, still going inside the 10, and he gets drawn down at about the 8-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Timeout.
And quickly with 27 seconds left, Don Militzer goes out there and calls timeout.
Good time
1st
to
and
use
10
it.
for the Chargers.
Good time to use it, Al. You needed to do that.
A wounded duck. Schultz comes up with the ball, runs it inside the 10 to about call it the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for the Chargers.
He just tried something over the middle, over the flat. He says, okay, there he is. Ran it up to the far side, and there he goes. And great tackle down there.
Same thing I said about Johnson, Marty, for the Raiders. How do you leave Johnson that wide open? How do you let Schultz get that wide open? There was nobody near him.
Schultz is a heavy-duty player, and let me tell you, he has great hands. And you called it, Al. You said before the game, I bet you're going to start throwing to Schultz. You know, he's back, and he's healthy. And sure enough, that's a nice throw right there by Brandon Brazell. Again, it was a wounded duck, but right place, right time.
It worked.
It did. 27 seconds left for Donner knocking on the door in the gold zone. Your OLSH Chargers.
1st and goal from the 8.
They could change momentum big time going to the locker room. You score here.
Oh, yeah. And then they'll get the ball. Chargers get the ball in the third quarter.
They get the ball in the second quarter, or third quarter, excuse me.
Schultz, Garner, and
Vitorino
out wide to the far side. Bame in the lineup. He split out wide to the near side. The freshman. Brazell looking to throw. Got some time. He steps it up into the end zone and almost caught. And there's penalty flags go flying. And all the penalty flags were in the Charger backfield.
It's against the Raiders.
After the play. I think
it's against the Raiders.
It might be roughing the quarterback. Yep. Ball was incomplete, but let's see what the flag is. All the flags came after the play was over. So.
Well, the Raiders are already backing up, so it's against the Raiders.
Okay. Yeah, there was like 3 flags thrown, so a lot of officials saw something.
Yeah.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
The Raiders.
Against the Raiders, yeah. Half the distance, that'll put it on the 4.
There you go. So
it'll be 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. 20 seconds remaining. Chargers have 2 timeouts remaining here.
So we're pulling a bag out of the tricks here, Coach Melitzer, to see what happens here. Melitzer, excuse me. Brandon Brazell and company, 4-yard line. If you can make it a 9-7 game, that'd be awesome going into half.
Jake Bames splits out wide to the far side along with Schultz. Twins to the near side. That's Garner and Vitorino. The Brazell's in the backfield from the 4-yard line. 1st and goal. Brandon looking to throw. Turns. He's going to get hit in the backfield. It's going to be a sack.
Yeah, that was Newton. Newton was all over him, just waiting for him to run. He called his own number. He says, I'm going to take it.
He's going to get brought down back at the 8-yard line again. Timeout, Chargers.
1 left, correct?
Yep, 1 left now. Got 12 seconds left. Basically, you got 2 plays.
I like the call. I mean, if nothing was open, take it yourself, but right there stood Newton.
So, and the thing is, it's still only 2nd down, so.
Yeah.
2nd down they're back at the 8-yard line again where we started. And don't forget, I mean, I know it's only 3 points, but we have Patty Altmaier waiting in the wings.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't get it in here. You call timeout and you send Patty out there and get points as the clock runs out.
Like I said, you need points no matter what going into the locker room for some momentum. So it doesn't matter how many, just to say, hey, I'm showing up.
Yeah.
Obviously, 6 would be nice,
Yeah.
but 3 is likely with Patty Altmaier's leg.
I mean, they're definitely in his range. There's no doubt about that.
They're in range in the 40-yard line. Kidding me?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. You get him 25-yard line, and he can hit from, 40 yards out.
Yeah, you're right.
Second and goal from the 8-yard line. Trips to the far side for Brazil.
Watch Mr. Tonery over here.
Haas is in the backfield with Milk Truck. Milk Truck gets the ball, rolls to the near side, looking, flips it in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
Tonery.
Pass falls incomplete.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, actually, it
it's,
was Ellis.
Ellis.
I'm
yeah.
sorry, it was Ellis they were intended.
Yep, Mr. Ellis.
Yep.
Right at the goal line, incomplete. Stops the clock with 6 seconds left.
Yeah,
And
Telton
it's
Ellis was right there.
Third down.
6 seconds to go.
Ellis comes out. Jake Bain comes in for the Chargers.
A lot of heart on this Charger team, Al.
This is taking a long time, Marty. I'm hoping they don't delay a game here.
Oh, maybe they used that last time out.
I don't see the hands up in the air. They better
There
hurry.
it is over there.
5, 4, 3. They get the play off. Looking to the end zone. Flips it up, and right idea. Couldn't connect. It's fourth down, and that's the end of the half.
So we had 1 second left.
Nope.
Yeah, we do.
Wait a minute.
We
wait a
got
minute.
1 second left.
Wait a minute. The officials are talking here. You might be right,
We
Marty.
got 1 second left when he threw the ball out. I watched the clock. 1 second left. Patty Altmaier on for the kick. 1 second left.
1 second. Good call, Marty.
I just saw it. I said, wait a minute. Why are they calling? Why are they calling that? It wasn't out.
Here comes Patty Altmaier to try at a field goal. And the Chargers are going to call a timeout here.
That's a good call. Good call.
Nope, the Raiders are calling a timeout. They're calling their last timeout.
Yeah, good call. But anyways, I looked. I said, wait a minute. There's 1 second. Why are they calling this a halftime?
Oh, I looked at the clock and it had zeros on it.
Now I'm watching this, and it said 1 second. I don't know if that's a delay. I don't know.
Said buy a real watch.
So, Chargers here with an attempt to get on the scoreboard here. Patty Altmaier. Let's see, the ball's sitting at the 8.
But they're saying there was 1 second when the ball flew out.
Probably about a 25-yard attempt. He should be setting it down around the 15. Chargers with another field goal. I believe that's Patty's third of the year.
Yeah, it really is. You know, now you're down by 2 scores if you think about it, because if you get 8 points and 8 points, that you're tied the game, right? So that's a 2 point or two score game instead of 3. So that helps.
So, hey, we want to congratulate runners Gianna, Braden, and Will, who each earned a spot in the PIA Cross Country Championship in Hershey next weekend after their individual performances in yesterday's WPIAL Cross Country meet. Good luck, runners. We'll step aside and pay some bills. We'll be back here at Frank Lettieri Stadium, the Frank, at halftime as the Chargers trail the Raiders 19-3 on the final regular season week here in WPIAL. Don't go away. We will be right back.
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
Different things like Cairo retreat or being able
You want to tell them just here's the battery?
I personally love the family environment of OLSH, and that's what I saw from my first day coming in as a freshman. Everybody was kind and helpful.
All the teachers and all the students, we all treat each other like family, so it's more like a homey type feel.
You get to know everyone who goes here.
It's like a community. Everyone's together and we're all just like a family.
I think I've grown more religious through the teachings and understanding the religion better.
With the amazing theology teachers and getting the chance to go to church every week, it's definitely expanded my faith.
different things like Cairo retreat or being able to come to confession or go to adoration here in the chapel every day gives you really a good opportunity to connect with God and express their faith and not feel shy about it.
The teachers are incredible. They make you feel like one of their own kids.
I feel comfortable going to them at any time for whatever the need be, and I know they always have my back to help me.
They get to know you personally and get to help you in different ways.
They're not just worried about your grades, they're worried about how your feelings are. They care about you more.
OLSH is a place where you can get involved in a bunch of different things.
It sets you up for college.
It's a school full of many opportunities that'll help you grow, not just spiritually, but also just as a person in general.
OLSH is one big family. Everybody knows everybody.
OLSH is challenging adventure, and it really just is an amazing experience.
So Marty, we're back here at Frank Latelli Stadium in Coraopolis, home of the Cornell Raiders, and you got to watch a little bit of the Cornell marching band, and not a bad band for. I mean, it's a small group, but they're playing some good stuff.
It's one of the smallest WPIAL bands around. You know, got to remember, they never had a program here from 2012 to 2015. They co-opted with Quaker Valley.
Oh, for football.
Yeah, and then Coach Dawson took over 9 years ago, and here he is, you know, taking them to the playoffs. Maybe we're not out of this yet, but what I'm saying is he's been there a few times. Again, last year was kind of eerie. They were in the same boat we were. A lot of injuries coming into the game, 4-5, 3-3 in the section, saying, can we do this? And Cornell end up losing on the last series of the game, not the last drive, or excuse me, the last couple minutes of the game, but the last series, had the ball, lost 27-26. The rest is history. And OLSH went on to play, what, Clairton last year?
Yeah,
in the
last
first
couple
round?
years, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Well, you speak of that, the Chargers making the playoffs. We touched on it in the first half. Chargers are on a 7-year streak of making the playoffs, 7 straight playoffs from 2016 to 2022. And first started with Coach Dan Bradley in 2016 when they went 7-3 that year and lost in the first round since in 2010. So 6 years later, they make the playoffs. They lose in the first round to Amani Christian. And then in 2017, Coach Dan Bradley coaches the team to a 9-3 record where they made the playoffs for the second straight year. They lost in the second round this time, and this time, once again, to Amani Christians, becoming our nemesis at this point. But the following year, in 2018, they go 11-2, and that's been by far the best football year for the Chargers. Coach Dan Bradley coaches them to a WPIAL championship, and they lost in the first round to Farrell up at Slippery Rock. Boy, that was I think you and I called that.
It was a snowy day. I was at deer camp.
It was cold, yeah.
I went down to meet you from deer camp.
That was the year that Farrell, boy, they had those. I think their quarterback was bigger than most of our line, and they just ran the ball right down your throat, and you just couldn't stop them.
Yeah, they surrounded it.
They went all the way to the state finals that year.
Yeah,
so.
they did.
Then anyway, 2019, the Chargers make the playoffs again. And then, as you mentioned, they went 6-4, but we lost in the first round, and this started the Clairton run. We lose to Clairton in the first round. And then in 2020, the COVID year, that was all we did was play section games that year. There was no other games.
Yeah.
We went 5-3, made the playoffs. You had to win the section to get into the playoffs that year.
Mm-hmm.
Chargers win their section. They go to the playoffs. They lose again in the first round, again to Clairton. And that was the year that all the games were played at the home field. So we played at Clairton's home field. And then in 2021 was Coach Dan Bradley's last year. We went 9-4. We went to the WPIAL finals. We lost to Bishop Canavan at Heinz Field, but then it was Heinz Field.
It was.
And that was a heartbreaking. He lost 41-7, I think, 40-7 or something like
40
that.
40-7, I believe you're right.
And then last year, Coach Militzer takes over as Coach Dan Bradley resigned and took over the coaching duties up at Elwood City, and is doing a fine job up there, by the way. Coach Militzer takes over, takes the Chargers to another playoffs with a 7-3 record. They lose in the first round again to Clairton, and this year is to be determined yet. Right
Sure.
now, it's if you're looking, it's not looking good. But the Chargers still have a chance. They have 24 minutes left to get back in this one. They trail 19-3. But I'll bring that graphic back up.
Well, you got to remember too, Al. With all the injuries, and again, Brandon Brazell, number 30, your quarterback for the OLSH Chargers, shouldn't be a quarterback.
He
should be a running back.
He's a running back / tight end.
Dorian Greer, Darian Tate, Van Cavels. Can I go further? There's so many great weapons that we have out, and the same similarities the Cornell Raiders had last year.
Right.
Faced. I think Trotman was out there at the end, and that kind of hurt him. And I remember that's when Khalil Johnson started his reign.
Right.
As a freshman year. But with that said, we're still in this game. Patty Altmaier sends him with 1 second to go on the clock with 3 on the board. Now it's a 2-possession game. So anything can happen on any given Friday. So let's see what happens. You're going to have to go. Again, all these injuries, and you still got to have to go to determine who's going to the playoffs.
Exactly. It's been a phenomenal season no matter what happens here tonight. The Chargers, I'm marking it up as one of their most admirable seasons. Maybe not the record-wise, but as far as the stamina and the willpower and the guts and glory of the team. And you heard it from Coach Militzer at the beginning of the game in the interview. He doesn't want to stop coaching these kids because it's all about them. I mean, they could have very easily packed it in after the second or third week when their starters, 1 and 2 at a time, were getting put out of the game, and several of them for the rest of the season. And they wanted to continue on, and they fought and battled, and here they are, still with a chance. As I said in Dumb and Dumber movie, when the girl told I can't remember his name, Jim Carrey's character said there was 1 in a million chance that they could get together, and he says, "So you're telling me there's a chance."
So, Chad over here, Matt Fargo. Chad, what's your last name? Chad Hemme is the public address announcer over here for Cornell Raiders, which is Matt Fargo's cousin. Great guy over here. He has a good voice, just like Matt. Must run in the family.
It does, yes.
Yeah, so great job. But anyways, what I was about to say, El, remember Van Cavels, played 2 games and a half?
2 games and a quarter, something like that.
With that said, 63, 41 complete, 5 touchdowns, 640 yards he threw up in the air.
Yeah.
Now, that was your starter. You asked me to come do the Shenango game, first game of the year over Moon Tiger Stadium. Like, my gosh, you have a plethora of talent on his team. I'm like, my goodness, if they keep all these kids healthy, the sky's the limit.
Dorian Greer goes down the first game.
Yeah.
And then Tate takes over from Cables when he went out in the was it the Rochester game or the it was early in the Clareton game.
It was.
And then who steps up is Tate steps up at the quarterback position. He was doing a stellar job, and then they started splitting it between him and Schultz, and then Tate hurt his ankle. He misses a couple games. Schultz takes over. I think he played 1 game, and then the next game he gets hurt, and then Brandon Brazell had to step up, and he's the quarterback now.
He got hurt. Remember, he was out for 2 games. He was out for 2 games.
And then, by that time, Tate came back, and he was able to play. Well, then Tate got his bell rung at Burgettstown, was put in the hospital, and we're praying. He's out now for concussion protocol, but by the way, he's doing better. He's doing fine, but unable to play. And then you had Tonerita was out, and Shimetti was out. And
wait, it gets better. Colby Schwaggart, remember?
That's right.
He come in.
Almost forgot about him.
He come in for what? Maybe
6
quarters.
He played 6 quarters.
Needed him. He got hurt.
Broke his leg.
So we got 8 key starters on his team, and there's a half to be played here at Frank Lettieri Stadium, and it's still to be determined.
Hey, I want to go back to just tie the loose end on the history of the Chargers and the playoffs and the coaches and stuff. The Chargers football program started in 2010. A couple years before that, the kids at OLSH that wanted to play football co-opted with the Cornell Raiders.
I do remember that. You are right.
And then Bill Daniels was coaching over here at Cornell. He came over and became the Chargers' first coach. He coached from 2010 through 2015, 6 years under Coach Bill Daniels, getting the program underway. Coach Daniels leaves the game, and that's when Dan Bradley stepped in 2016. He coached for 6 years here at OLSH. He coached at Stowe Rocks and Ambridge and brought those teams to the playoffs, comes to OLSH and immediately puts them in the playoffs. And then he goes up to Elwood City.
Puts them in the playoffs.
I don't think they made it last year, but
this year
they're in. What a coach Dan Bradley does. He just ignites programs. And then Coach Don Militzer came in last year. He coached from 2022 to be determined. So and he's done a great job. And I told him the other day, I says, Coach, I don't care what your record is at the end of the season. This is one of the best coaching jobs I've seen in many, many, many years. I know you have a chance of making the playoffs and maybe not making the playoffs, but whether you do or not is neither here nor there for me. I said, this is one of the best coaching jobs because of the circumstances of this season.
Yeah, and you got 23 dressed kids, and first time I saw that for a while since I've been calling with you. Avella, we carried, 19 kids, I think?
15 when we played them.
Avella, now we're up to 23. So we're getting a little healthier.
When we played Avella.
Well, we played
had
Avella.
22.
Exactly. So here we go. We got getting ready to go here for the third quarter, and what a third quarter it's going to be. And I got a funny feeling that Coach Militzer went into the locker room and says, hey, number one, tone it down with your emotions. And number two, let's stop with the penalties. It's contained and see what we can do from here. But again, a half of a left, still don't know who's going to go to the playoffs. Stick around and find out here on the Old Sports Network.
Yeah, it's Chargers start with the ball, so they have a chance to put, as many as 10, 11 points on the board in a row before the Raiders get the ball back. So let's hope they can get themselves a drive going here to open this up and see what happens. But here we go. Teams are on the field.
Real quick, a scoring summary real quick. 55-yard 55-yard drive, first series with the Raiders. 7-0 C.J. Jackson, 1-yard plunge with the Jackson kick. 13-0 when a 54-yard punt. C.J. Jackson ran it into the house 54 yards. And no good was the kick by Kenny Wade. That was 13-0. 19-0 will Phil Barker ran in for 53 yards. And then 19-3, 1 second left at half. 19-3, here we go, third quarter. Let's see who goes to the playoffs. Pretender or contender, here we go.
Here's Jackson with the run-up. He's going to pooch this one. Durkoch is going to get the ball and hit the deck at the 36-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Keys of the second half, Al, keep the ball away from Khalil Johnson, Mikey Keys and company.
Yeah.
And C.J. Jackson try to contain him because he had a well over half.
Once again, we want to thank our sponsors, Doughboys Oven Fresh Pizza, IBEW Local Union 712, Osego Automotive Sales, Trim Pittsburgh, Shop for Men, and Brewer Airport Toyota.
Yeah, I know. I saw you in there.
So here come the Chargers, 1st and 10 from their own 36 as we start quarter number 3 from the Frank Latelli Stadium in Coriopolis, 3 blocks away from my house.
And about 7 from mine.
Twins to either side for the Chargers. Brazil ducks under a tackle. He's got some field. The 40, the 45. Tries to cut it back inside. He goes down about the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. And there's a Charger down on the field at the 40-yard line.
That's Cam Branch.
It is, Cam.
And that was number for the Raiders was number 3, Aston Jones on the tackle. But there is a player down, and that is Cam Branch, I do believe, Al.
Keep him or something.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Chargers at the 48-yard line. Just underway here in the third quarter. 11:45 on the clock. Twins to either side for Brandon Brazell. Brother Brady in the backfield. Brandon is going to let it fly. He's got a man open. It's
wide open.
Schultz?
That is Isaiah
Schultz with the catch at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Wow. What a nice put pass by Mr. Brazell. What a nice pass.
They'll mark him down at the 31. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. And I'm telling you what, Marty, that was across his body, across the field. That's not an easy throw.
No, he was open in the middle in the flat where you look for, that was his check down. He says, okay, there he is, and he got him.
Again, Schultz running open in the backfield. The Raiders were trying to catch up to him, but it was too late. 1st and 10 from the 31. Chargers on a little drive here. Trips to the, well, they're going to make it Twins to the, trips to the near side. Vitorino will split out wide to the far side. Oh, empty set for Brazel. He's going to roll to the near side. Flip it out.
Another catch.
Almost intercepted.
Almost a catch. Yeah, that was number 2.
And there's a penalty flag on the Raiders.
That's taunting. That's taunting. We went through this. Yeah.
Yeah, Candace was yelling at Garner. And this is going to be unsportsmanlike on the Raiders.
And right back at you. It's called the makeup Maybelline.
Yeah, the Maybelline call.
Revlon. Revlon. And let me tell you, that's exactly what happened. He says, okay, we got to make this up because we did this against Sauce Gardner when we had a 30-yard penalty.
Yeah, the Cornell fans aren't happy about it, but that was the right call.
That was a right call. Got in his face.
What does that mean? What does this mean?
Unsportsmanlike conduct. So that'll march the field up inside the 15 to the 11-yard line, to the 16-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
And just like that, the Chargers are rolling. And, here comes Cam Branch, who's like back in the lineup here in a minute. He's starting to walk it off, and that's good news for your Charger fans.
Yeah. Aaron taped him up. He ran some tape on him. Still got a little bit of limp, but
a
limping Cam is better than no Cam.
Yeah, Ronnie Smith took his place, junior Ronnie Smith.
Yeah. Trips to the near side. Another empty set for Brazel. From the 16, he's going to take it himself. He's inside the 15, the 10, inside the 10 to the 5. He's driving inside the 5, and he's close to the goal line at the 1 or 2 yard line. 1st and goal for the Chargers. What a run by Brazel. He would not go down.
16-yard run. He just kept turning his legs out and turning them 15 yards on the run. He says, I'm the milk truck. Get out of my way.
Mark it at the 2, 1st and goal from the 2 yard line.
And your Chargers are in the gold zone. And, boy, Coach Militer is going wild. He's loving it. Let's go.
Empty set, and Brazel just took it inside the tackles and never got hit till he was in the backfield.
You missed this, shame on you for 6 weeks, as Mike Lang would say. This is a great game right here at Franklin Terry Stadium.
Twins to both sides. The Brazel's man in the backfield. Under center. Brandon goes. He's going to push it in.
Brotherly shove.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Brotherly shove to Brandon Brazel. 2 yards. The milk truck makes room. And now it starts getting a little closer.
Now it gets interesting.
Did Brazel keep that? Brazel kept it.
The Chargers look like they're going to go for 2 here.
And they should. That's what the chances, that's what they say. When you're down like that many points, you should go for 2.
Yep, Patty standing on the sidelines. Chargers going for 2 here.
You're down 2 possessions. You got to go for 2. Look for Venerino in the corner here, Al.
Twins to either side. Oh, yep. And, I thought it was. Brazel looking to throw it. He's going to flip it out. It's caught and short of the goal line. That was Brady Brazel with the catch.
Yep, that was Haas, his brother.
So the score remains with 10-13 left here in the third. 19-9. The Chargers get on the scoreboard here into the end zone.
What did we talk about at halftime, Al? We said momentum's going our way. Patty Altmaier, 1 second left. 19-3. They're running down the field. Milk truck doing his job. Good luck, Chargers. Here we go.
Now they need a big stop right here. Hey, you want more information on the OLSH Chargers? For rosters, stories, and much more, visit www.olshathletics.org. Special thanks go out to our website sponsors, Covenant Financial Advisors. And Marty, I want to send a shout out to my other partner in crime, Christian Harbaugh. He said he's watching and listening. Christian, hope you're doing well. In case you haven't heard, he's taking on a new job. He's got the assistant coaching job at the girls basketball team for Slippery Rock.
That's awesome.
So
good luck to you,
that's
Christian.
why he hasn't been here on Fridays. They practice on Friday afternoons.
He does a good job with you. He really does. You guys have a good connection, good chemistry. I'm glad to step in any time. We have a good time, El. Here we go.
Patty with
and the Chargers
got the ball on an onside kick. The Chargers picked his victim, bounced it right off of
number 51.
51.
Yeah, that was Jeffrey Cullington.
And it comes back at the 50-yard line. Chargers jump on the ball. They have it. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And the momentum swings in the Chargers' way. Don Militzer, look out.
And now the Cornell Raider fans that were jumping up and down in the first half are sitting on their hands right now. They don't know whether to cry or whine or watch.
What a big break. Dead on the 50-yard line of the C. Stand your Chargers.
Patty Altmaier's been working on that onside kick all year. Trips to the near side for the Chargers. Brazil rolls to the near side, looking to pass it. Here comes the rush, and it's caught by Schultz at the 40. Down the sideline, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. First and 10 Chargers. Here come the Chargers.
My gosh, here we go. Play of the game so far right there. And let me tell you, Black Hills Conference, this is the best game you're going to have all year right here.
Marked out at the 34-yard line. First and 10 Chargers. Now the Chargers side of the stands is active.
And we never, ever doubted this rivalry, did we, El? We said we coming in. Whoever has the ball last will win this game.
It always comes down to the last possession.
Exactly right.
Trips to the far side. First and 10 from the 34. Brazil's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's hit at the 33. No further. He picks up one. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 33.
I like what they're doing, El. They're mixing it up. They're kind of getting the Chargers off a little bit by throwing a little bit, running a little bit. It's throwing their balance off. And, hey, we're in Patty Altmaier range. We really are.
Just about. He was putting them in from kicking them from the 40-yard line in warm-ups.
You're down by 10. If you have any kind of math, you know you need at least 3 points somewhere along the line.
You need points on the board every possession.
Yes, you do.
Come on, D. Stop.
Twins to either side. The Brazils man the backfield. Everybody's inside the box except for Curtis. Brazil looking to throw. Here comes the rush, and he's got a man open. Gardner.
Did he catch it?
They're saying incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9.
El, if he had another second, just a millisecond, because number 4, Drayvon Newton was all over him, draped all over him. He had nowhere to throw.
Yeah,
they were short.
They were coming in quick on Brandon. All he could do to get rid of it, and Speedy did all he could to pull it in and just couldn't get there.
Now these Chargers are starting to believe in themselves.
3rd and 9 from the 34-yard line. This is a big play right here, Marty. I mean, this is 2-down territory.
It sure is. Look for something over the middle.
They're going to. Again, the Brazil's in the backfield. Trips to the far side. Brandon, little swing pass. Gets it up inside the 30 to the 29, and that was Garner.
Like I said, over the middle. That's where they're finding the holes right now, over the middle. They got them, spread out, and they have a lot of room there in the middle.
Just inside the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th and about 5.
Again, another big play in this Black Hills Conference rivalry here at Franklin Terry Stadium. You got a good one tuned in here at the Old Sports Network.
Trips to the far side. 4th down for the Chargers. They need to get it just inside the 25. Brazil looking to throw. Here comes the rush. He flips it out. Man open. In and out of the hands of Schultz. And it's going to be a turnover on downs. The Raiders will take over on their own 30-yard line.
I think Cordes had a little flip on it, El, a little finger in there.
Yeah.
I really do, because the ball looked kind of wobbly, then it straightened out.
To the Chargers. Unable to convert. Turn the ball over. Now they need a big defensive stand.
And the defense been stellar so far tonight. The biggest mistake they made was that 52-yard interception
Yeah.
by Phil Baker, to make it 19-0, and it's been nothing but Chargers since.
Yep, they've scored 9 unanswered. Jackson in the shotgun. I believe that's Johnson next to him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it
Can't
is. It's Johnson.
tell. Cortis in motion. And there's movement on the Raider line. And that'll back the Raiders up 5 yards.
And just like we anticipated, a game for the ages, last game of the year. The casket game, as they call it, to see who gets in.
1st and 15 from the 25-yard line now. Well, it gets to so loud in here you can hear a pin drop.
It's one of these games, Al, you should never miss. I mean, they're really bringing everything on the field.
Shotgun again for Jackson. Send Cortis in motion. Calls for the ball. Quick pass out. He's on his knee. He was down. He caught the ball, and he was down when he caught the ball. That's going to lose 2 more yards. That's going to be 3rd and 17.
Yeah, he was right on the 22-yard line when he fell. Let's see where they bring it. I think it was on the 22.
Calling it the 23.
Okay.
Maybe the 24-yard line.
Well, we're about 90 yards away, so that's good.
Second down and at least 16-17. Again, Cortis in motion. Hand off to Johnson. Hit in the backfield. Johnson nowhere to go. He's going to lose some more yardage. Back inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line.
And one more time, the milk truck made all kind of disarray.
3rd down, and they need to get to West Allegheny for a 1st down.
Number 30, Brandon Brazell, the senior, the milk truck, come up to the middle, says, not tonight.
Back at the market at the 23. Another loss of yardage. Cornell's gone backwards, and it's 3rd down. Twins to both sides. Johnson in the backfield with Jackson. Chargers showing blitz. Here comes blitz. Jackson fakes it, throws it, and he's got a man too far, and it was out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th down for the Raiders at their own 23-yard line.
C.J. Jackson put that on in the air for about 40 yards to Mr. Julian Cortis, the senior, overthrew him, and here we go.
Yeah, even if he caught that, he was going to be out of bounds.
Oh, yeah. But the Chargers defended that well.
Oh, they did.
Gardner and Tonery was on Johnny on a spot. Back to kick is C.J. Jackson.
He'll stand about his 10-yard line. Garner will be back between his 40 and 45, awaiting the punt. Here's the snap. High snap over Jackson's head. It's in the end zone.
That's a safety.
Jackson is going to.
He's done. Throw it. He's done.
Jackson's trying to get out of the end zone, and it's incomplete. What a play by Jackson to save them 2 points.
He did. That's an athletic guy right there.
That was a smart play to buy some time and throw an incomplete pass, but the Chargers are going to have it at the 23-yard line, 1st and 10.
They sure are, and they are almost in the gold zone already, Al. Let me tell you something. C.J. Jackson saved the day right there. If he would have run out of the back of the end zone, a lot of trouble for the Raiders.
Well, the long snapper remembered his last snap bounced, 7 yards back. That time he threw it 5 yards over Jackson's head.
Good call by C.J. Jackson for the Raiders.
Give him credit.
Yeah, I really do, because that could have been very, very dangerous. So here comes your Raiders in the gold zone, almost knocking on the gold zone, I should say.
The Chargers.
The Chargers, excuse me. Yeah, I'm so excited.
From the 20, call it the 22-yard line, because you always go to the yard ahead of it.
Yep.
1st and 10 for the Chargers. Chargers will send 3 out to the near side. Vitorino, Schultz, and Garner. Ellis out wide to the far side. The Brazells man in the backfield. High snap to Brandon. He's going to tuck it in and go. He's going to get hit. He's going to lose one back to the 23.
Yeah, Walter Claret on the tackle.
Well, we haven't called his name much.
Yeah, he's
tonight.
a good ball player.
Yep. Vitorino brings a play into Brazil.
Good to see Cam Branch back in her L.
Oh,
He
yeah.
helps out so much on that line.
Yep.
So important. But Dylan Matlock is playing out of his mind tonight. So is all the Chargers. They got their head into here the second half. They're damn determined they're going to win this game. Let's go.
Ellis will go out wide to the far side, trips to the near side. Garner, Schultz, and Vitorino to the near side. Brazil looking to pass. Going to step up, breaks one tackle. He's going to run to the 20-yard line, and he'll lower his shoulder. Both players a little slow to get up. That was some meeting right there between the two of them.
The milk truck met the meat truck. And let me tell you, milk truck won. Because he's walking off like, okay, get me to play. Let's go back in and it's due to.
Third down and about 8.
He says, excuse me, Mr. Schultz, what day is this? So in the gold zone is big news for the Chargers. Knocking at the door.
Yeah, same setup. The 3 split out wide to the near side. Third down and 8. Definitely 4-down territory for the Chargers. Brazil looking to, no, he hands it off to Brady. Brady breaks a tackle. He's up close to the 15.
Here's a fumble.
But no, they're saying he's down.
Okay, good.
Side judge saying he was down. They're marking him right at the 15.
There's a flag.
There's a flag.
That's not good.
And
that is not good.
He threw it toward the Raider bench. I'm not sure if that was on the Raider bench. That might be a sideline warning.
It could be because he looked right at him and threw the flag right at the coach.
Yep, Coach Dawson. The ball is marked right at the 15-yard line. It'll be short of the first down, but it's 4th down. Sideline warning, it looks like.
Yep.
So no penalty. It's just a warning. And we'll start the clock with 4.5 to go here in the third. 4th down and about 2 or 3. About, call it 3.
10 yards for one possession game, Al. Let's go.
Ball sits on the 15. Brazil calls for the ball. He's going to look to throw. Throws it out. This was tipped, and it's going to fall incomplete.
Now, do you bring Patty Altmaier out?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You have to.
No, that was 4th down.
I'm sorry, it was. I apologize. It was. Okay.
Turnover on downs. Cornell will take over on their own 15-yard line.
In case you're joining us late, 19-9 here at Frank Luteri Stadium. And it was 19-0 for the longest time to Patty Altmaier with 1 second left to put us 19-3 into the locker room.
24-yarder.
And a 24-yarder, as you said, El. And then here comes Mr. Brandon Brazil with a 1-yard plunge, 19-9. And that's where we stand right here with 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. What a great game.
So the Raiders now have it. 1st and 10 at their own 15. Negative yardage here in the second half so far. He almost gets taken down.
Oh, they didn't call that.
That ball was way overthrown.
Yeah, it's uncatchable.
It was uncatchable there.
It's uncatchable. Yeah, it was uncatchable.
That ball was 5 yards over everybody's head.
Yeah, when a referee goes over his head like this, he's like, that's uncatchable. Doesn't matter what happened over there.
Yep. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 from the 15. Yeah, in high school football.
Yeah.
If it's uncatchable, there's no penalty.
Yeah. Nothing you can do about that.
Now, if it was there and he could have got his hands on it,
then sure, you got a penalty.
And there's a penalty. 2nd and 10 from the 15.
Come on, boys, let's go. Come on.
Full house backfield for Jackson. Everybody bunched up on this side. Jackson is going to take it. He's going to get it up close to the first down. Oh, he broke a tackle. He's got the first down. First down. Up to about the 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
Give out to number 5, C.J. Jackson on the run. He says, I'm not giving up yet. We're home.
They're going to mark it at the 30.
I'm smelling the playoffs just like the OLSH Chargers are.
First down at the 30-yard line. What a run by Jackson. Chargers had him stopped, and he just kept the legs moving.
By the way, that's Dane Jackson's cousin out there, number 5, C.J. Jackson, for the Buffalo Bills. Played here. Well, he played at Quaker Valley. He played for Pitt.
Jackson and Johnson in the backfield. Jackson with this is Johnson. Johnson got the corner. He gets hit, breaks one, and he's gone. 70 yards.
70 yards of the house. Number 20, Khalil Jackson. Like we said, he's a game maker. He's a game changer. Number 21, Khalil Jackson. 70 yards of the house.
Yeah, Chargers tried to arm tackle him. You cannot
not with
arm
him.
tackle Khalil Johnson.
No, he's like Derrick Henry. He says, you're not going to get me. And, hey, I'm just calling what I see on the field.
Oh, yeah. As soon as he got through that line, I knew when he was in the backfield.
Yeah.
And you try to arm tackle him, that ain't happening.
So 3:10 to go here. Here we go, 25-9 for the extra point to come on with C.J. Jackson trying it.
Yep. Cornell doing what Cornell does. They run the ball well.
Yep.
Of course, when you got horses like that, it's easy to do. Jackson with the point after attempt. Snaps down, and that one
is good.
Goes through. And just like that, with 3:10 left here in the third, Raiders jump out to a 26-9 lead.
Yeah, Khalil Johnson all of a sudden now just had a monster run of 70 yards. He broke off. That's a difference maker. And again, we're not out of this yet.
No.
By all means. But what I'm saying is this. It's a great game right now. Either team should not hang their heads, whoever loses this one, because this is a battle of the ages down here, as it always is.
Hey, interested in supporting the OLSH Chargers? You need to visit www.olshathletics.org and check out the fundraiser section in the Fan Zone tab and go to the latest fundraising opportunities.
I like what the Chargers did out of up the third quarter, Al. 9 unanswered points. They said, okay, we're not giving up yet. We're still here. We're still beside you. And unfortunately, you got a good running back in Khalil Johnson, 70 yards. He's going to be a good one. You're going to hear a lot about this kid in the future. I can guarantee you that. Bobby Polka's listening. We talked about it. He says, Marty, I'm listening to this game. I'm watching it. We're watching this kid here at Penn State, and they sure
Jackson hits a knuckleball down to about the 29-yard line. Chargers still running up the field with it. I didn't see who picked that up.
That was Schultz.
Schultz?
Yeah, that was Schultz with the run back.
They'll stop him about the 34-yard line, maybe the 35. Let's see
no,
where
I
they mark
apologize.
it.
That was Shemetti.
Oh, Shemetti, number 8.
Yeah, that was 8.
Mark him at the...
There's a flag on a play as well, isn't there?
No.
Okay, he must have picked it up.
34-yard line.
Okay.
1st and 10 for the Chargers. Exactly 3 minutes left here in the third. Trips to the near side. Brazell looking to throw it. He's going to fling it down the field. Vitorino can't get it. It is intercepted.
It sure is. It come off of Khalil Johnson's chest. And then number 2, Mr. Julian Cordes with the interception.
Yep.
It went right off of his hands. Now the Chargers are in a little bit of a trouble.
Yeah, they are. That's the 3rd interception by the Raiders tonight.
And I think we talked about that again, Al. Khalil Johnson is dangerous down there. He has great hands, and he tipped it up to Cordes, and he says, okay, give it to me. And they got it on the 35-yard line.
If Luke was going against regular humans, he might have come up with that catch. He wasn't going against humans.
Not regular humans. No, these guys are great over here.
No, they're great athletes.
They really are.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Raiders. 2:52 left here in the third. Under center goes Jackson in the I formation. The ball hits the turf. On the ground, and they're saying Jackson falls on it. It'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 35.
Yep. So they keep the ball and
How about that? You're in the shotgun all night, nothing smooth as silk. You go under center and you fumble the snap.
well, I'm sure.
It's different. It's different when
totally
you're taking the
different.
snap under center.
Yeah, because it's a little different feel.
Yep.
You have timing when you're in the shotgun. Calling a timeout, Cornell.
Cornell, they're all confused in the backfield here. Nobody knew where they were supposed to be, and they're going to call a timeout. Calls their first timeout of the second half. Yeah, there was definitely, you could see the confusion there, and Cornell Raiders are all pointing in different directions, and finally Coach Dawson says, enough, let's get this straight. Second down and 10.
Yeah, a couple turnovers tonight hurting the Chargers. The one with Phil Barker for that 53-yard return, that was the big one. But, hey, then right back, the Chargers says, okay, 9 unanswered points. We're making it a game. But that might have been that broke the camel's back with Mr. Khalil Johnson with a 70-yard run to the house. Let's hope not, but right now.
That put together with C.J. Jackson with that play. I'm telling you, that play on that punt, where he ran around in the end zone, saved 2 points, and given the Chargers the ball back.
That was headsy.
That was, the Chargers still had the ball, but he saved the 2 points.
Yeah, he did. That was headsy by C.J. Jackson.
Throwing that incomplete pass.
So 15-0 game, as you want to call it, is that. Let's go.
2nd and 10 from the 35 for the Raiders. Jackson has the ball. He goes to the far side. He's got the corner. He's got some room. He's nice block there by Newton.
There's a penalty.
Here's a penalty flag.
That's coming back.
That's coming back. Nice run, but CJ, you ran it for nothing. It's coming back. It was either a hold or a block in the back. I don't care who's making that hold or whatever. It's like, yep, there it is, hold against the Raiders. When you're 5 and 10 yards behind the play, why are you making that play?
You don't do that.
You're not. It's not helping your play.
No, not at all. But maybe you don't even know what's going on in front of you.
Right.
You're just man to man.
Right. Yeah, that's not as bad as when the hold was on this side of the field and the play was on the other side.
Right.
2nd and 12 from the 34-yard line. Call it 2nd and 11. Man, I don't know. Whatever.
Watch Mr. Johnson. I'm sure they're going to give the ball to Mr. Johnson.
Yep.
And
there's a flag.
Yep.
I don't know what this one is.
Too much time?
No, because that came from the umpire. Dead ball. Somebody moved on the line, evidently. That moves the Raiders back another 5.
Down by 17. I said 15 earlier. It's my mistake. It's 17.
Sorry about that, Sister Francine.
Yeah, I need some mathematics skills. But, yeah, 17-0.
Under 2 minutes to go here in the third. It's 2nd down, 17 for the Raiders. From their 29. Little flip. Curtis is going to throw it deep, and look out here.
Good night. Oh, he fell. The turf monster come about.
And this is grass.
And that's Mr. That's Mr. Drayvon Newton with the turf monster on the tackle.
Little trickery play there, a little razzle-dazzle in the backfield. And Cortis throws it down to Newton all the way down to the Charger 25-yard line, 1st and 10.
Yeah, and that happens. You turn your feet the wrong way, your hips, and down you go. But that was a nice pass by C.J. Jackson for sure.
No, that was Cortis.
Or Cortis? What is it?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
They flipped it around a couple times. Johnson had it, Jackson flipped it to Johnson. Johnson flipped it to Cortis, and Cortis threw the pass to Newton.
Thanks for waking me up, Bill.
1st and 10 from the 25 of the Chargers. The Raiders with the ball. Jackson looking to throw. He's going to fling it across the field. This one's way out there. And I think if he'd have caught that, he'd have been out of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Yeah.
Under just a minute and 2 to go here in the third quarter. 2nd down and 10.
Al, someone looked this on paper today with all injuries of the OLSH Chargers have and the Cornell Raiders, the way they're moving the ball, all year. You're thinking, it's going to be a 48-0 game.
The good thing is, though, the Raiders are getting healthy at the right time.
They are.
They are.
Yep. And, this year the Cornell Raiders scored 167 points, and we put up 92. Okay, so, again, it's the injuries.
No, yeah.
But you're seeing a heart game, as I call it right now, from the OLSH Chargers. They're bringing everything on the field and leaving it there.
Marty, they have all year long.
Yep.
In the shotgun, Jackson, 2nd and 10. He's going to roll to the near side. He's going to run the ball. Can he get the corner? He will. The speed will get the – oh, there's a block in the back right there.
Yeah,
that's
number
coming
4.
back.
Yeah,
it's coming back,
number
folks.
4, Trayvon Newton with a block in the back.
Yeah, Trayvon Newton blocking the back there. This one's coming back.
Yeah. That's why they're trying to hold him back.
At the 20-yard line, yeah. It was either a hold or a block in the back.
Nah, it was a block in the back.
We'll see what they call. And Newton's upset.
Yeah.
But that was clear because – the Charger was trying to get away, and there was nothing but Jersey stretching out. Yeah, they're calling a hold.
Okay.
That's what it was, because he tried to spin away, and he couldn't. All you saw was Jersey being stretched out.
Yeah.
Cornell fans don't like it, but that was you have to call that one. That was wide out in the open.
And he better watch he don't get another penalty, because he is livid.
No, that was wide out in the open. You had to call that. And there's a Raider down on the field.
That's C.J. Jackson.
That's C.J. Jackson.
He just got a cramp, I believe.
It looks like.
Yeah, that's what they're over there checking him out.
Yeah, they're stretching him out.
Yeah. Now, I counted 15 penalties tonight on the Raiders. Not being serious. I've been marking them down, 15.
That goes back to the 31-yard line.
Yep.
It'll be 2nd down and about 15.
All right, CJ, get up and hope you're okay, buddy.
Well, CJ's got to sit out at least one play.
Yeah.
51 seconds left in the third quarter clock.
And the Chargers definitely showed up in this game tonight, El, with everything. I mean, I honestly, when I come to this game tonight, I'm like, they're at home. It's going to be a closer game than anybody thinks. But the OLSH Chargers showed up tonight. No one thought it would be a game like this, 26-9, still hanging in there, going into the fourth quarter.
Claret now in as quarterback. Johnson will stand next to him. Johnson's going to take the snap. Johnson can keep it himself. He gets hit at the 30-yard line and trying to push forward. He'll fall forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. It'll be 3rd down and forever for the Raiders.
Yeah. And as you saw, number 30, the milk truck come in there, he says, get off my guy.
That may be the last play of the third quarter. We're under 30 seconds to go here.
I would have to say you're right, because they're taking their time. They are. That's the last play of the game. Yeah.
They won't run another one. So at the end of 3, it is the Raiders of Cornell, 26. The Chargers, 9. Hey, don't go away. We'll be right back after this message from OLSH Gear. Welcome back to the Frank Lettieri Stadium in Coriopolis. I'm OLSH. Marty Armstrong alongside, and want to thank Bobby Brazell for running cameras for us here tonight. Started out wet, but it's clearing up pretty nicely here, Marty.
It is, El, and what a great game. And as Matt Fargo would say, it's start a fourth.
Let's play a fourth.
Let's play a fourth, and it's go. So here we go. 1 quarter to go to see who goes to the playoffs.
3rd down and 14 for the Raiders from the Charger 28-yard line. Jackson will flip it out to Johnson in some open space. He hurdles one player. He got another one. He's got a first down. Bumped out of bounds by Gardner. And it's a first and goal for the Raiders. Right around the 10-yard line, maybe just inside.
Yeah, that was a nice break right there, breakaway for Johnson. I thought he was down there for a minute, and he popped back up.
Again, they arm tackle him low, and it's not gonna happen.
As you see on TV, on the monitor, what a great athletic ability he has, Mr. Johnson.
So it's just outside the 10-yard line. Officially the 11, so it's 1st and 10 for the Raiders. They can get a first down without getting in the end zone. Just starting the 4th quarter here. Shotgun eye. First man through, gets hit at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward.
Yeah, that was number 3. That was Ashton Jones. Yeah, it was a junior.
He picks up about a half a yard to the 10-yard line.
Give Khalil Johnson a breather.
They got him inside the 10, so call it the 9 officially. Pick up a 2, 2nd and 8.
Hold him tight here, that's all I can ask for.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No, you can't afford to give up any more points now.
No, you can't. It's getting too late in the game.
Yeah. Full house goes in motion. Pitch out to Johnson. Or Cordice, rather. We saw that 2 again. He gets up close to the 5. Mark him at the 6-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. And about 5.
Yeah, that was Tonery and Speedy Gardner on the tackle to save it.
2 down territory for the Raiders. Turned out to be a pretty nice night other than the drizzle.
No question. It's a nice fall night.
Yeah. Full house backfield for Jackson. Everybody back there. He's going to throw it. Little slant pattern knocked aside by Bain. The freshman covering up over there that was Keys.
Yeah, looking for Mikey Keys. He says, put his hand in there. Nice play by Bain was out last week with an injury.
Yeah, he was walking the sidelines in street clothes, and freshman's really made some contributions here this year for the Chargers.
Yeah, he really has. And they got Khalil out there, to the wide, so watching.
4th and 5 for the Raiders from the 6. Jackson looking to throw. Here comes the rush, and it's Cam Branch. Can't get him down, and he finally goes down at the 21-yard line.
The milk truck folded up. Cam Branch broke it up, and here comes the milk truck, knocked him down.
And then Brough comes in and finished him off.
A loss of about 12.
From the 6 all the way back to the 21-yard line, so that's 15 yards.
15 yards, and
Chargers will take over at the 21, and the Chargers, a big stop that they needed, they get.
And the Chargers says, we're not dead yet. Let's keep playing.
Still have 10 minutes to go. 10:05 left in this one.
A lot of game left. So, again, Fort Cherry and Burgettstown in. Also, Bishop Canevin in. And this one to be determined with another 10 minutes to go.
Yep. Trips to the far side. The Brazils in the backfield. From the 21. Ball's on the turf. And the Raiders have it. And Claret's going to walk it into the end zone. On a muffed snap. Brazil couldn't come up with it. Claret picks it up and scampers 11 yards into the end zone. Excuse me, it was 15 yards into the end zone.
Yeah, so Walter Claret with the muff, and boy, that's not good.
That's the old scoop and score. You heard
it
a
sure
pick
was.
6. That was a scoop and 6.
Yeah, Brandon couldn't find the ball, couldn't find the handle.
Larry Lee will hold for Jackson. Snaps down. It's up. It is good. And the writing's on the wall now for the Chargers. It's looking more and more like the Chargers going to miss the playoffs here, Marty, for the first time in 8 years.
Again, not to be because of heart. It's all because of injuries.
Nope.
And again,
I'll tell you what, I said it all year long. I said a couple times tonight, I'll match our full squad up with anybody in this conference. And I'll I say the Chargers have a better than fair chance to win each one of those games. But when you're down 8 starters, it's hard to win.
Yeah, it is with this plethora of talent on the Raiders.
The Raiders, yeah.
There's no question. You got to hand it to the Raiders. I mean, they're showing up. They really are.
Nope.
That was a nice play by Clarett. He says, "Okay, I got the ball. I'm running in." But C.J. Jackson's playing out of his mind. Khalil Johnson, Mikey Keys, they're all doing their job. So that's why they're on top right now.
Right.
And it's not because of heart of the Chargers. It's just one of those games where too many injuries, too late in the year.
Jackson tees it up. Another line drive kick. Garner's going to chase it back, pick it up inside the 10, about the 8-yard line. Sutter steps at the 20, 25. He goes out of bounds. About the 20. Looks like 29-yard line they're going to mark him.
Yep. And that was Larry Lee on the tackle for the Raiders, number 6.
1st and 10 for the Chargers, trailing here by 29 points, or 24 points.
And actually, you're going to have to take some chances downfield this late in the game, down this many points. And I can see the milk truck throwing the ball up often.
Those are the ball on the 30-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
They got a lot of over-the-middle plays they've been connecting on. Let's see what happens.
Twins to both sides. And pre-snap whistle. I'm thinking right tackle for the Chargers got up out of his stance. Is that Matlock?
Yeah, it looks like he moved.
I think he came up out a little bit too quick. Yep. Now back to Chargers up 5. Back them up to the 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 15. I could be wrong, but Dylan starts in that half up in the air stance anyway, and I think he kind of took that little stutter step back a little bit too quick.
Yeah, you might be right on that one, though.
So Chargers will send trips to the far side this time. Empty set for Brandon. Brandon will roll to the right side. Gonna kick it out. Schultz. In and out of the hands of Isaiah Schultz. He had some open room to run.
He went to turn upfield too early.
Yeah, he did. He tried to run with it before he had it.
Yeah, his eyes off the ball.
2nd down and 10 or 15 for the Chargers.
Again, I'm going to say this one more time. The Chargers should not hang their head if they should lose this game tonight. They had everything on the field. It was 19-9 up until about a quarter ago. 9 unanswered points, and we're like, okay, we're turning the tides. Then a couple miscues, and here you are down 33-6. So that's a big difference. Turnovers will kill you every time. So were penalties. But again, the Chargers have a lot of heart this year, and I want to congratulate them before anything else.
What a season they've had.
Oh, my gosh, yes. Still be in it. 10th game of the year.
Yep, with all the injuries.
Yep.
Trips to the far side. 2nd and 15 for the Chargers. Brazell, straight run. Big hole for Brazell. Across the 30. Stiff arms. He goes out of bounds. Short of the 35-yard line. Nice pick up there by Brandon. Walk him out at the 34-yard line. It'll be 3rd down. About 6.
Yep.
15, he picked up 9.
That was number 23, Paris Green, on the tackle L, along with Walter Clarett to knock him out of bounds. Smell the bonfire in the air What a beautiful night here at Franklin Terry Stadium. The windows open up here on the 50-yard line in a booth. Doesn't get better than this, Hill.
Pretty much what you see on the screen is what Marty and I, Bobby Brazel's right down below us. There's another bobble by Brazel. Flips it out and just a little bit too far for Isaiah. Tried to get him out ahead of Green again. And it's going to be 4th down, and here comes Patty Altmar.
In the past, there have been a lot of poor, I want to say, snaps where he don't have a lot of time and he gets, rushed and he don't get it off.
Right.
Let's hope it doesn't happen this time, because that will spell big disaster.
All year long, is Isaiah going to snap this, or is it Brady? I think Brady is the punt snapper.
Yeah, Brady's a long snapper.
And Isaiah is the point after and field goal snapper. Yep, Brady Brazel's getting over the ball. Again, missing a player.
They're going to have to call timeout.
I think they will.
They have to.
And the hand's not up by the back judge yet.
Okay, we're still good then.
There's a snap, low
there
snap.
We just talk about.
Altmar gets it off the side of his foot. Cornell's going to have great field position inside Charger territory, about the 41, 42-yard line.
Again, he was rushed. He had no time to do nothing.
And again, Patty is doing his best. He's new to football. I mean, he's
I love the kid.
He's just a sophomore. He's been kicking football. This is his first year. He's a soccer player. He's the goalkeeper.
He's 6'5", 200 pounds.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, he got some oomph behind the ball. We saw him in practice pregame, putting him in through 50 yards, no problem.
Yeah, he's got a leg. I mean,
he's going to be a contender as a star.
He needs to work on his punting and
timing.
His timing, on his punting. Here comes the Raiders from the 41-yard line. Jackson flips it to Cordes. Breaks one tackle, and again, another arm tackle. And he's got up close to a first down across the 35-yard line of the Chargers to the 34. It'll be 2nd down.
Speedy Garner on the tackle, sorry, Al. Yeah, he come over and got him.
Called the 33. Pickup of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Again, listen to everybody around the Black Hills Conference this week. I listened to all these podcasts. Oh, it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be, mercy rule by halftime. They're not going to have a chance because of all the injuries and Cornell's speed. Yeah, Cornell's beating them pretty good right now, but they've been in the game more than you think.
Here's Johnson. Or no, it's Cordes again. He got the first down inside the 30 to the 29. First and maybe the 28. We'll see where they spot it.
Big Haas come over on the tackle.
Running Cordes here. This is Cordes' series.
Yeah, it is. Telling you, he's going to be another Raycron Trotman, Mr. Khalil Johnson. Trotman was a beast for 4 years here at Cornell. I watched that kid, and he was a beast. And so is Khalil Johnson. If he sticks around here, he's going to be something. He's going to put some records up.
Jones breaks a tackle. He's gone. One guy to beat. And, and does not. It's Garner again with another tackle in the backfield. And when Garner is one of your leading tacklers, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, Aston Jones says, okay, I'm going to the house. Uh-oh, here comes Speedy Gardner. That's why they call him Speedy, I guess, huh?
Cut the angle.
Cut the angle that he did.
Brought him down about the 13-yard line, 1st and 10.
7 minutes to go here before we get another contender in the Black Hills Conference playoffs.
Here come the Chargers. Cordes one more time. He's going to push the line. This rugby scrum breaks out, and they're going to get him down at the 9-yard line to pick up a 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
So the pairings, what is it, Saturday, Sunday? I can't remember.
It's usually on Saturday. I don't know if there's any games Saturday, but if not, it'll be Monday. By Monday, we'll know.
Yep.
Is that Cordes again? No, this is Green. Green is into the end zone for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders!
Yep, so right there, Green on a 13-yard scamper into the end zone.
Green takes it in.
And that's about all she wrote, El.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you what a great game right here by the Raiders. They showed it why they were playoff contenders. And you can't take it away from them. They got a lot of athletes on this team.
For all the years that the Chargers have dashed the Raiders' playoff hopes, it's the Raiders' turn this year.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
No question.
Jackson with the point after attempt. He's fun to watch. He's one of these straight-on kickers. You don't see too many of those anymore. This one goes up and through.
Point after attempt is good. With 6:20 to go in the game.
6 minutes, 20 seconds left. Chargers trailing 40-9 to the Raiders.
Yeah, C.J. Jackson, one more point tonight. C.J. Jackson been a beast for these Raiders, Al. I'm going to tell you, I'm not afraid to say it, I like the Raiders' chances in the playoffs. They got a lot of talent, a lot of depth. And, the Fort Cherry Rangers obviously is always in somebody's way, but Cornell, you get a good game going, you never know. So I do like the Cornell Raiders. They're a nice team. Good coached by Ed Dawson and company. They got a lot of talent on this team.
Oh, yeah.
They could go far.
A lot of young talent.
Yep.
Cornell varsity team in their championship game tomorrow against the young Buckeyes. That is for the championship, so let's wish them a good luck.
Yeah, this Cornell Raider team lost 21-13 to Bishop Canneman. That game was on TV, so everybody got to see that one. Yep, Matt Fargo. And then Fort Cherry strapped it on them 42-13. They're strapping it on everybody.
Yeah, they are. They got too much talent
this
over there.
This ball is going to roll
right
short
on
of the goal line.
Right on the one. Safety.
They gave Matt the one.
Speedy was hoping that would go into the end zone. Picks it up on the 1 yard line. He carries it out to about the 3 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Again, Al.
Or no. Call it the 2.
Again, Al, 6 minutes left to go, and it's 40-9. He says, you know what, I'm taking a chance. I mean, he could have let it go.
No, I don't think. It stopped. It stopped. If he let it go, the Raiders would have had it on the 1.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is he kept his nose in there. In other words, he didn't jump away from it. He kept his nose in there.
Well, no, that's a free ball.
Yeah.
That's a free ball. Anybody could have grabbed that.
I guess what I'm trying to say is he stayed in it. He could have just walked away, losing 40-9. But I understand what you're saying.
Well, if he'd have walked away, it would have been 47-9.
Yeah, no question.
I think the Chargers took a timeout.
Yeah, I think they did.
Well, I talked to Coach Militzer, and he's excited. He wanted to coach these guys, the seniors, at least one more game, and I don't think that's going to happen with 6 minutes left here. But he was excited about next year. He said he's got some good freshmen coming in. He was really excited about it. He didn't say the name or where he's coming from, but he's got a freshman linebacker coming in. He says very Brazil-like.
That's all you had to say.
That's
the
all
last
you
name
got to
Brazil,
say.
He's a ball player.
He said he's a freshman and he's a beast.
Yeah.
He's going to be a linebacker. He's going to be fun to watch. So I'm excited for Charger football next year.
Yeah.
There's Brazil across the 5 out to. They're going to mark him right at the 5. I know the far side judge has got him at the 6, so we'll see where the ball gets spotted.
And getting back to the Brazil name, again, we talked about it last week at Moon Tiger Stadium. They won't play there anymore, and now they won't play anymore the rest of the year. Their season's over and their career's over at OLSH, and you'll never hear the Brazil name for
No.
We heard that for last 7 years
with
Bobby and Brandon and Brady. And let me tell you, it's kind of sad because there's some good kids and some good athletes. And, boy.
Yeah, we're losing Dorian Tate. He's gone. He's a senior this year.
Mr. Greer.
Mr. Greer's gone, and he missed his whole season.
Yep. Also, we're missing, Durkic. We're missing, we're going to miss Timmy Butler. We're going to miss.
Brazil on a keeper.
Yep. Luke Vittorino, he's a senior. So is Dylan Matlock.
Yep.
So is DeMar Broff. So is Cam Branch. So is Joe Hatherley. And so is Jaden Mara. So, yeah, there's some There's 12 seniors in all right there we're going to miss.
Coach was saying he's got 5 guys coming in next year potentially. That's going to be as good, if not better, than the line that they have this year.
Well, it's always good news.
Yeah.
And Cornell is going to be right there in their face because they're not young or not
not
old,
old,
excuse
no.
me. That's what I meant to say.
No.
And let me tell you, Khalil Johnson's going to run all over the WPIL next year.
Folks, he's only a sophomore.
Yes, he is, and he was a fantastic freshman last year.
3rd down and about 5. Brady Brazell gets the handoff. He's up close to a 1st down. He's got the 1st down out to about the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 Chargers.
Tell you, had a lot.
That was Schultz.
Yeah, it was Schultz. A lot of heart tonight too with Branch coming back in. You know, taped it up, said, "I'm going back in. I don't care what's going on," and I like that attitude.
Yeah, Branch is getting some looks. He's had one offer already, and Broff, I think Damari Broff has one. The Brazells have at least one, so they're getting some looks. Yeah, I'm telling you, whoever gets the Brazells, they're getting 2 for 1. They're getting themselves a deal. They're getting themselves a lot of heart.
Yes, they are.
Here's Brady Brazell. See, I knew he was going to run the ball. He spins out of 1 tackle. He spins up ahead, close to the 20. Mark him at the 19. Pickup of about 4 or 5 yards. Give it 6 out to the 20. 19.
Yeah, let me take it back about 13 years ago, I remember coaching Stowe Rocks baseball, and these Brazell boys, I'm serious, they were running around playing T-ball, and I said, "Mo, there's some cute kids right there." And now here I'm calling their names every Friday.
You think right now at this time of the year you're thinking the Brazells in football, but baseball is their sport.
Yeah, I know it is.
Both of them. So they're looking forward now to the baseball season. I'm sure they're chomping at the bit waiting for March now.
They're going to have a good season this year, the Chargers baseball team.
Here's Brandon looking to throw. He's going to fling it out. Gardner. Oh, that should be a flag. There it is.
Too early. Number 9, Santana Lee, on the earliness.
Yeah, and Garner, a little Charlie horse, because if he'd have turned around and looked at the ball, he might not have got called for that.
I think it hit in the Netherlands.
Yeah.
But anyways.
I was going to be nice.
I was trying to be nice too. But, but anyways, it's late. But, yeah, it was definitely a late hit.
Well, it was interference. Because,
interference, I meant to say. But, yeah.
You can't hit the guy before the ball gets there.
No.
1st and 10. In high school, that's just a 15-yard penalty. Or is it 10?
It's 10.
5.
I think it's 10.
I can't remember.
It's 10.
10, 15. I thought it was 15.
Oh, 15?
Yep.
I thought it was 10.
15 from the line of scrimmage.
That's my fault. Come on, Sauce.
So Garner's going to have to come out for one. Yeah, you're right, Marty.
I call him Sauce.
The Netherlands.
Yep, I was right. Sorry, Sister Francine.
Yeah, I see Aaron Natopsky.
Nothing you can do about that.
With a little wry grin on her face. She knows what's going on.
Yeah, nothing you can do about that.
No. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Moves the ball out to the 34-yard line. Just under 3 minutes to go in this one. The only thing undecided is the final score.
Yeah.
So we want to congratulate Cornell on making the playoffs.
Yes, and they deserve it.
Wish them good luck. Represent the Black Hills Conference well. Brandon Brazell cuts it up the middle. He'll pick up a couple, 3 yards. They'll mark him at the 33, pick up 2.
Tell you another
3.
Little pesky team too, Al. You got to watch the Burgerstown Blue Devils. They're pesky, man. They held Cornell 14-13. Cornell won 14-13. They held us 19-13. They was in some close games this year.
Well, they got the speed to play with Cornell. So
they do.
So the question is, who will Cornell play? It's probably going to be
2 or 3 seed, maybe.
Yeah. Here's Brady Brazell. Hit behind the line. I don't know if he's going to get the line to gain, or the line of scrimmage. They're going to mark him no gain. It'll be 3rd down. So this is our last football broadcast of the year. And coming up, we got a break, And tentatively, we don't have the girls' schedule yet. We got the boys' schedule, basketball. And tentatively, the boys are going to open up the 1st and 2nd of December, the Brownsville tournament. It'll either be Brownsville or Elbert Gallatin. 3rd down and about 7 for the Chargers. Brazell looking to throw. He's got a man. Durkoch makes the catch and a 1st down for the Chargers.
There's a penalty.
And there's a penalty on the Raiders.
That was a nice catch, a nice
yes, it
pass.
was. And he was almost dropping. He had it pinned against his hip as he was spinning around.
Like, where has Durkoch been all day? I mean, that was, I mean, hey, that looked pretty darn good.
Yeah,
that worked.
Little flag or post pattern there.
And I know the Raiders face mask. I know the Raiders are backing up a little bit, you know, prevent defense. But my goodness, that was a nice catch and pass.
Inadvertent, that's a 5-yard penalty. Move it to the Raider 40-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Chargers. Nice pass by Brandon to see him. And I'll tell you what, Aiden made a nice catch, like I said, and he spun out of that holding the ball on his hip as he got hit and face masked. Brazell again to throw. Little slant pattern there, and he's got incomplete.
Yeah, he was throwing for one of the underclassmen, number 12, it looks like. That would be Timmy Butler.
Is that Butler?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, it is.
Timmy Butler, the senior. Yeah. So Timmy got in the game.
Yeah, Coach Militzer putting his seniors in, letting his seniors.
I like that. I like that. I really do.
Get some play time here.
Well, I like that.
Under a minute to go.
Hats off to Coach Dawson.
Yep.
Congratulations in the playoffs.
Brady Brazell, possibly his last run of the year. He gets swarmed under behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 1, back to the 41. And possibly one more play has to be run here. I'll lose 2. No, they'll lose 1 back to the 41-yard line.
He probably told Brandon, do what you got to do. It's your last play, your senior year. Do what you got to do. I guarantee he did.
Yeah.
That's just how Coach is.
Let him have some fun. Yeah, let him have some fun.
Do what you got to do.
Yeah, Coach Militzer has the headsets off. All the coaches do.
Call that backyard play. Dude, it's something you do down the rocks. Let's go.
This is the last play of the season for the Chargers.
Yeah, that's what he's doing, letting him open it up. No, he's holding it.
Brazell cuts it upfield. Big hit there. Short of the 1st down, but the game is over.
And you got to hand it to the Cornell Raiders, Al. What a nice comeback when it was so close in the beginning of the 4th quarter, but yet so far away as your Chargers lose 40-9 over here at Franklin Terry Stadium to put the Cornell Raiders into the playoffs and sends the Chargers packing for one more year.
Yeah, and again, this one didn't come down to the last play like it usually does.
No.
But, man, it was hard fought all the way to the end. I mean, neither team giving up, neither team giving in. And the Chargers doing what they've done all year, you know, behind the 8 ball all year, and they laid it out on the field, never let anything slow them down and put it all out there. And I'll tell you what, they just I can't praise the Chargers enough. And again, good luck to Ed Dawson and his Cornell Raiders in the playoffs.
They deserved it.
Yep.
And again, not that the Chargers didn't. Again, we're talking something totally different. You know, again, all the injuries. I know we keep saying it, but it's the truth.
Yep.
All the injuries, and I feel so bad because right now, one of the Brazell boys are down on his knees, just like why. On the far sideline over there on the 35-yard line of the Chargers or the Raiders. That's Brandon. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and so should he. He was like the captain here at the end. Now he kind of ran the offense, and he should have had nothing to do with it. I mean, Tate went down. You know, Van Cables went down. All of our quarterbacks went down. He's the last man standing because, give me the ball, coach. I want to do this, and he did a great job. He really did.
I think it was Aiden Durkoch over there was laying on the ground and knowing that was his last game as a Charger. And, of course, the Raiders celebrating over on the other side as well. You can see both the teams there. But gosh, Marty, what a season this has been, and all you can do is wish the injured Chargers well.
Yeah.
They limped through the season and showed well for themselves. You said it, they have nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to hang their head about. This is one of the best performance teams I've seen in a lot of years with all the injuries they've had. I know we keep talking about it. It's not an excuse, it's a fact. I've never seen a team have this many major injuries and hospital calls from the field.
Oh gosh.
In my entire life.
We've
had one player life flighted. We've had 3 of them taken in ambulances off a field and out for the season. And hey, some good news is Van Cable's got his I don't want to say clearance, but he had clearance to start walking and not using crutches. I see him out here walking on the field right now. So he's healing up well, and hopefully he'll be ready for, I don't know about basketball, but he's getting ready for baseball. So.
Oh, yeah, and Coach got a nice baseball player. I heard he's a lefty, throws about 89 miles an hour.
Cables.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phil McCarron was wanting him last year, and he got hurt, and he was out for the entire year.
Yeah.
The entire school year.
Yeah.
He couldn't play, and he was like, oh, no, I was counting on him last year as a sophomore, and this year he's going to come in as a junior, and I know, talk to Van, he's really excited about pitching this year. He wants to pitch for the Chargers. So.
Yeah, not to change gears, Al, but, I'm sitting there thinking what a weird feeling last year. It was all about the Chargers knocking the Raiders out up at Moon, and this year it's the Raiders knock out the Chargers here at Coriopolis, and again, that's why they call it a rivalry. And they says, okay, it's our turn this year. And Coach Dawson, I read a couple articles where he said, I'm circling this calendar, and I'm definitely saying, you know what, this is what's going on over here. We're definitely making this our reason to win, to get in the playoffs this year because of that loss against OLSH 27-26. They were that short on the last series of the game, I believe. I wasn't here, but I did hear that, right? So, yeah, he marked that calendar. He says, this is the game I want. And he was said it nicely, though. There's a lot of respect for Coach Dawson around here. I know the Brazils are good friends with him. We talked before the game, Bobby and I and you, Bobby Jr., and he says, he's always down around our way, always got nice things to say about OLSH, and he's a great guy. He really is. So congratulations to the Cornell Raiders, the Burgettstown Blue Devils, the Bishop Kennevan Crusaders, and the Fort Cherry Rangers out of Black Hills Conference to go into the playoffs. And the pairings will come probably Sunday or Monday, I imagine.
By Monday for sure.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't look at the schedule. I don't know if there's anybody playing tomorrow. I don't think there is.
I wrote that down here.
But nobody that's any of consequences.
Yeah, I mean, far as the Black Hills Conference, Fort Cherry hosted Burgettstown. Bishop Kennevan actually is playing tomorrow.
Oh, they are.
They're
at
playing,
Dormont.
Yeah, Dormont
probably
against
Keystone
Carlington.
Oaks is playing tonight.
Right. And Chartiers Houston host Avella, and over here tonight was
but
this.
Of no consequence.
No consequences. Because this was the only game in town right here to see who made the playoffs.
It might have consequences as far as seeding goes, but
it does. It does.
Anyway, from Frank Lettieri Stadium, I always say that. Frank Lettieri Stadium here in Coriopolis. This is OLSH Sports Network's presentation of Charger football. Marty, thanks a lot for stepping in the absence of Christian Harbaugh. And Christian, I hope you're doing well, and hopefully see you during the basketball season as well. I want to thank Bobby Brazel for running the camera the last couple weeks here for us. He's always done a great job. Bobby, and I know we won't see you next year as well. That's another Brazel. We're losing 4 Brazels.
Yeah, we're losing
Big
a statistician.
The statistician is leaving.
And Julie always worked in such a thing. She's a football mom. We're kind of out of luck here with the
goodness.
Brazils.
We're going to have to work on some of those freshman class, moms and dads.
We're going to have to.
Anyway, I'm OLSH saying thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. The Chargers lose to the Cornell Raiders 40-9. The Cornell Raiders go on to the playoffs from the Black Hills. As Marty's said a couple times, it's Fort Cherry, Bishop Canevin, Burgettstown, and Cornell out of the Black Hills Conference. The Chargers fall a little short. They end their season with a loss to the Cornell Raiders here on a gorgeous, start out rainy, but it ended up a gorgeous Friday night here in southwestern Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
Behalf of everybody at OLSH, I'm OLSH saying thanks a lot, everybody. We'll see you basketball season coming up at the beginning of December. Stay tuned and watch the OLSHathletics.org page for updates on that. And we'll see you all winter long with girls and boys basketball right here on the OLSH Sports Network. Good night, everybody, live from Frank Lettieri Stadium.